are live. Check the video, Adam, just to make sure, because you never know. Oh yeah, just give me a thumbs up if it is.
It is not on yet. Hold on. There we go. It's on. It's on.
Thumbs up. All right. Hey, make sure you mute that audio so I can hear you better. But yeah. Yes. Hey guys, welcome to the collaboration video, which has been waited for a long time. I'm getting up my YouTube chat right now as I can. But yeah, it's time for the collaboration, and here I am. It's me, Lucas Green, as always, and my beloved friend and partner. Don't take that the wrong way. You just had to do that, didn't you? Your introduction now.
My name is Adam Burns. I do Beast Quest Beast reviews most of the time on my channel. Nothing else. Just Beast Quest Beast reviews.
You have to make everything I sound funny.
I am socially awkward, okay?
And I'm socially paranoid. Great.
Hello, SVDG. How are you?
Yeah, he's been in there a while waiting for this. If you're a Beast Quest fan, I can't really blame you. But for those of you who know, you may have seen Adam's point of view on stuff. You may have seen my point of view on Beast Quest. He does the beast work. I do the story work. So my question is, when we do this collaboration, is like, are we judging our opinions based on story or based on beasts?
I'm judging it based on your opinion on the story and my opinion on the beast. So I'm taking what I learned from both of our reviews, and I made the list like that. I will say the list only has specials in it, so don't expect to see something like Crow.
Yeah, so we've got 24 specials. How long did it take us to read these? We finished at about the same time, maybe, but you got ahead of me at something.
It took us quite a while. I started it like, oh god, very.
Oh, I see it now.
6 months.
Yeah, 6 months. I'm just gonna get. Before I start, I just want to get the chat up on my end so I can see the comments as well. I mean, I can see the comments here, just so I want to be up to date with them. Right then, I'm ready to go.
Yep. Also, to reply to your comment, SVDD, I'm good. I don't know if Lucas is good, but yeah, I'm good. Thank you for asking.
I'm always good at it.
Okay, he's good.
But yeah, so are you ready for this, Adam? It's time to do this. 24 specials. I'm not sure how long this will be, but it's a live stream, so we can make it. All right, I think our maximum is like around 8 hours, which I don't know the exact limits, but I think we can get this in less than an hour probably. So, are you ready?
Yep, let's get into this. Oh yeah, before we get into this, we must say this is our opinion, so your opinion may be different. So if it is, please don't.
Oh, and another thing is, if you haven't, make sure you've read these books before watching this. Otherwise,
spoilers.
Why the hell are you here? Unless you don't care for it.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, that being said, though, okay, here's the thing. What we'll do is, for an example, when we say our number, we'll immediately drop the book right in front of the camera, and then we say, and we'll see what it is. Okay, how's that? We'll do a countdown of 3, 2, 1. This is number 24. Are you ready? We'll do a countdown at the same time. How's that? 3. Okay. You missed it. You missed 2. The 3. 1. And you missed that too.
I'm sorry.
Adam knew I was going to put this at my 24 spot. And I knew Purpose and Color was my spot.
Swap sides. There we go.
Whatever. You want to go first on this?
Yes. I found this boring, basically. I get this whole story about the couple life thing, but when it came down to it with the whole story behind it, it just seems to like phase into the background compared to the others. And the beast, the design is unique. The abilities are not anything to write home about, and the fight wasn't really the best to be excited about. So, if anything's going for it, it's just the design, and that's it. So,
okay. We got SVD. He asked. I don't know when he asked this, but he said how many Beast Quest books are there? And there are 24. There's 24 specials. Overall, how many Beast Quest books there are in total? I think around 100 on. What was the effect?
78 in the old generation, and 44 in the new generation, plus the 2 from Series 25. That's 46 plus 78. That is 100 and I can't remember. 122. No, 126 plus the specials 24. That's 150.
How accurate are you on that math, you think?
I'm 90% confident I got that right. I doubt I got it right then.
I suck at maths at school. It's fine. I was more good at literacy. I was better at writing than maths.
Yeah, he's got the Link series though.
Right, but yeah.
Crime on your list.
Yeah, Frederick Crymon is my film. And are you surprised that it's here?
No. So just no.
But yeah, this is to me a pretty obvious choice. The fact, but it's kind of a good thing that this is the least favorite because it's the first one. It's not going to be the best, obviously. It's their first attempt. The thing that dragged it down is pretty obvious. That it was a lot of fun stumbling around, going slowly with the story, going through a maze, having babysit. It's basically babysitting dragons. Also, continuity errors with Arca's eye, which you of course did mention.
God, don't remind me.
And, the only thing good about it is the introduction to Seth, which is an interesting character, and you make you feel sorry for him later down the road if you know where his character goes. SPD said something. I'm sorry, but I don't think I have the patience to read them.
That's fine. You can just spoiled whilst we talk about them. So.
Well, we appreciate you being here nonetheless, SPD. But yeah, as it stands, my final thoughts on Crymon and Vedra. They are. It is good to have. It is. I will say the good news. The good things about it are. Vedra is good to have. This is the first book I think to have 2 beasts on the cover instead of 1. I believe.
7 beasts. Yes.
Yeah. So it's nice to see an interesting camaraderie. Hopefully my spelling is pronouncing that right. The only thing that drags it down is if you're looking for Tom battles 2 twin dragons under a spell, you're not going to get that. You're going to get, was it Vedra under mind control?
You're going to find it in Farah the Snow Phoenix at the end of it, with Farah no end sight.
Now, all I remember is one of the dragons. I think one of the dragons get hypnotized, and the other one has to like grovel him down, and then like, "You're my brother, don't do this," or something like that.
I think it's actually Crymon that gets controlled because I believe Vedra was the one that was in trouble for this one. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Again, you can see the only thing good about it is Seth and the concept of the 2 dragons, but it was handled poorly and it was very babyishly handled and made Tom and Ellen look like babysitters to me.
If it helps, Berno and Epos got points from me there, so
yeah,
they helped out a lot.
That's what I've got to say about Vedra and Crymon. I will now happily move on to number 23, which means I need to get on to my pile and grab the next book. Right, when you're ready, and I'm hoping we do the countdown right this time. Okay?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, he's got my book.
And again, you were slow on the timing too. Oh, Revere? Okay. And I got Kratos. Hey, this is kind of like if we were so close. If I put this at the worst, it's not to me. The reason why I'll go first this time since you went first last time. But yeah, the reason why this one is second last to me is like the only thing, it's a terrible book. I will admit that to you. It's kind of like it's very like a stale quest. It's got elements of a quest, but I'm taking the book in the shot there. So it's in the shot now. But yeah, it's got elements of a good quest in it, whether you've got this beast that can form into 1 to 2. But what drags it down is its quest is kind of stale at times. There's not much action or flair that gets it interesting at all, I don't find. Wait, wasn't Taladon in this book too? I believe. I might be wrong with that.
I don't even know. I don't think he was, because I think he was still a ghost then.
Maybe. But yeah, as it stands, the only thing good about it is the kind of fuse type. This is like the first time we have a beast with 2 heads, maybe. I might be wrong with that. If would correct me.
Vipero.
Okay. But yeah, other than that, the reason why it's higher than Vikram Crymon because I feel like it's better progressed with characters and stuff. So I feel like there is some development there, and it does feel like an actual quest. Whereas the other one was kind of bumbling around with the dragon. Like, yeah, the dragons were meant to go somewhere, but they were acting like they were more bumbling around, like trying. They were all like losing control. Like when one of the twins lost their other, she started rolling around. Well, this one, the quest was still consistent to me, so that's why I ranked it a bit higher than Vikram Crymon. Go for your one.
Yeah.
Unless you want to agree in terms of my book.
Yeah, those are basically the same reason why I put that there. So yeah.
Fair enough.
Revere Rule of the Underworld. Can't get the book in. There you are. Yeah, if you see my beast review on this, you know I've always hated this thing. Design, it's just very humanoid. Abilities, none if you don't count the dogs. And the fight, there's barely any fight if you don't count the dogs. I'm counting it just on the beast. The story I found to be kind of boring, in my opinion. It was interesting, better than Kratos and Kildor by a long shot. But if we're going along with what I said about Beast of You, it's not a good beast. It would have got very low scores if it wasn't for the dogs. And I'm not counting the dogs when I talk about them here.
You mean the doggo joke?
Yes, doggo save the world.
Yeah. We got this video again. He says, I am writing a fantasy book trilogy at the moment at first, and the first one is called A Sign of Evil. That's interesting.
Cool. Yeah.
But yeah, as it stands, right now, since we're up to date, I'm assuming like every time, like you're doing this list based on your beast perspective. I'm doing this list based on story perspective, right? So as it stands so far, do you agree with where I put those on the story level?
Yeah, kind of. Because I found the story for Veteran Crime on kind of interesting, better than the Beast by a long shot. But I did take into account my Beast view and your story view for my list. So it might be a bit obvious which Beast is next.
Yeah, I think Veteran Crime might be next for you. That's just my theory. But it's time for the next one. We're at number 22, 3? No, it must be 22, right? Yeah. Right then. Let's try and do the countdown right. You do the countdown this time. I'll do it better. Go for it. Okay. Wait, I want to get my hand ready. There we go.
3, 2, 1, go. Oh, fuck. Of course I failed.
What did you thought it was? Yeah, I hate it.
I'm surprised.
I hate it.
I'm actually surprised.
I lost interest in the story because it got so boring to me. But I'll let you go. I'll let you go first, because I went first last time.
Oh my god! I need to go in my head. Veteran Cressa?
You can't them.
Yeah, Veteran Crime on with the Beast of You. This one actually got the lowest of all the scores for specials version, anyway. Yeah, like Lucas said, it's just a rather boring kind of quest thing. Looking after 2 dragons, introduces Seth, so that's good, I guess. He's better off in season 3.
Heck
yes, yeah. Yes and no, but to an extent. Yeah, but the story is kind of ill, like Kratos and Kildor. But this one had a bit of an adventure compared to Kratos and Kildor. More of an adventure, like the maze. I like mazes. And looking after a baby. Like when did the future Master of the Beast take a job of babysitting?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
At least we got Snap out of it.
And like Lucas said, there's barely any fight in there. I believe the fight for that book got a 3 out of 10 because there was barely anything. I did say, yeah, and as I said before, the fight in series 14 with Vetra versus Crime on is a lot better. And Kenza got engulfed in a bunch of flames, but came back 2 seasons later. So, okay. But yeah, Vetra and Crime on. Boom.
And Creta.
Hello, Tylo Southgate.
Hi, Tyler. Welcome back. More to date with comments now. But yeah, nice to see you here. We're just continuing on the Beast Quest special ranking with my collaboration with Adam Ferns. Hi. Hi, Adam.
Hi.
Creta, you were surprised.
Yes, I was. I liked the book.
I am on a Beast level. You did, but for me, on a story level, I was kind of bored.
Really?
Even though it was like it's like a cool idea. Like you got this bug infestation, right?
Infestation.
Right. Okay, infestation around. When you've got Tom infected by these bugs too, and he's going to go to these waterfalls.
Crystal.
Yeah, he's got to go to these magic waterfalls, I believe, to cure himself and then fight the beast and win. Correct?
Yep.
Basically, Tom needs to take a shower in order to win.
Yes.
Tom basically drag his sorry butt. I'm going to, since I don't know about the full-on age of people who are watching this, I will try and turn down my language. But yeah, Tom has to drag his sorry butt with Eleanor across these different terrains until he eventually has to avoid the awful sting of a bug, which is obviously Greta, and getting to that waterfall. I think I went. Did you go off camera, Adam? Oh man, I hope you can come. What happened? You went off for a second.
I honestly don't know. Like according to the live stream, I kind of lagged out, but I'm back.
Hopefully it's
now,
not happening again.
It says it's still live, and quickly pausing you there. No, I have not seen Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Neither have I, but I plan to try and get 2 episodes. But yeah, like I said though, Greta kind of was a bore for me story-wise. They were just trudging Tom along. There wasn't really much character development to me anyway, apart from more pressurizing on Tom on the quest. That's why I put Greta as kind of a low book to me. It wasn't as fancy as I like.
Right. Let's move those to the way. Okay, I got my next book.
You can say about that?
I disagree. Because
Yeah,
if you
would.
took into account the Beast, I thought it was great. It was the original big beast morphed with a bunch of small
I buy the Beast, but I'm judging on a story, so
it was the original Solix. That's basically what I need to say there.
I mean, on a Beast level, it's good. On a story level, it kind of dragged to me.
I will admit that, but that doesn't really affect my opinion. So
I know, because you're ranking on Beast levels.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Well, I got my.
All right then. So we'll be on now. Number
21.
Any theories you got going on in your mind? What it could be?
If you're intelligent like me, I hope it's the same as mine, number 21.
I hope we do. That'd be so cool if we got at least one match on this. Yes. Yeah. You do the countdown because you're better than I am.
3, 2, 1, go. Damn it! No. Okay, I'm not even surprised as Anaret. I'm not even surprised.
What?
I'm not
okay.
Anaret.
Who went first last time?
You did. No, I did. It's your turn now.
All right, then. Anaret, what do we have to say about you? I mean, you have potential to be a good story. You do. The thing is, though, it's kind of bare bones. It's just another plot where Kent is trying to find a way to get back to the people of Avantia. She goes after this ancient beast, and you think it's going to be great, but all it is just a rampaging monster destroys a village, and then Tom eventually gets the mask from Kenta. I can't think of much really awesome stuff that happened. I think there was something at the end where Anaret revives something. That's another thing I've also noticed. Most of the specials tend to have this thing where like a character revives another at the end.
Yeah. Anaret revived Ravkor because Ravkor, Vislak, Farah, and Tychron went against Anaret. That's why I liked it.
That was it. I mean, at least we got to establish the series beast with Series 14, but I felt like Anaret didn't really stand out much. She was more like someone's lackey and felt like another one-off Kenser adventure. That's just how I see it.
Yeah. I can't defend it. I agree. Like I thought it was kind of stupid having a beast that has as noble of a title as the first beast, what's expected to be the most powerful one, be a puppet with strings.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I personally think Anaret was like the queen of the Varkules. Like the Varkules were her race or something. That's what I thought.
Yeah. Well, apparently not. Okay, moving on to mine now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Same with the Beast Viewers with the previous 3. I not like this. As I said with the design, it's humanoid just with wings. The abilities, I would say, are really cool and can possibly make this a very strong opponent in Battle of the Beasts. More on that in a different video I'm doing. But the fight, it didn't really feel special. Along with the story, going back to Henkral, it kind of goes along with the trend that anything in Henkral needs to stay in Henkral because it's bad. Sorry, seriously. Sorry.
Yeah. I think my camera froze on my end. I mean, I can still hear you. It's just my image froze.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't notice it because I thought you were just playing musical statues.
What is it on like down your end too?
No, I just froze for a bit. So I just froze on purpose.
Right, so your camera's frozen too.
No, it's not.
No, that's sad. Mine is. Is mine frozen?
No.
No, man. From
Anything you need to.
my end, I can see it's frozen. Alright, well, I'm gonna check the.
It's going okay.
I'm trying to basically keep track of it.
The live stream seems.
If I wave my hand in the air at the camera. All right, I'm gonna try and wave my hand at the camera. That'd be awful. But yeah, I'm gonna have to try and cope with this.
Okay.
All right, I see it now. That's your point. Okay, I'll try this. I'm gonna turn my app off and then turn it on again. It still keeps the thing going though. Yeah, it works. I'm back now. There you go. I just need to restart my app. All right. So we are at number 20. Wait, we got a question there, I think. No, up to date. All right. So what number are we at?
20.
What are we number at? 20. Right.
20. Before we go on, is there anything you're trying to defend Kyrax?
Oh yeah, you went on about Kyrax, and that's why my thing froze. I understand when you put him there as a beast level, but I feel I'm surprised you put him there because isn't he a powerful beast?
Yeah, I admit he does have potential, but just because he has good abilities doesn't mean I like him.
Okay, fair enough.
Beast doesn't need to like it.
What did he do bad for you?
I think it has to do with the fact its design threw me off, and the fact that its fight didn't really feel anything special. It's just using himself to kill himself.
I see.
Yeah.
But to answer your question in previous video, you asked I think you thought he was based on the T1000. That was the right model you were talking about in the Terminator comparison. Anyway, though, we're at number 20, I believe, correct?
Yep.
So
I'm pretty your one's not going to be the same as mine.
I'm pretty sure it's not. Who knows? The good news is it might be a shock for us what each of us is. So, with that being said, it's time for the countdown.
3, 2, 1, go. Okay.
Are you more shocked that you have Arax? You're more shocked that I have Rivera?
I thought I have Arax this low, so
that's what that sigh was.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean, I'm not
who went first? Yeah, that's fine. So you want the first one, I believe, or is it my turn?
I will. My turn. So, Arax. The design, as I said in the review, which was ages ago, was good. At one point, it was my favorite out of those three. Not in that review, not when the thumbnail was added. Rarely, but it was at one point my favorite out of those three. Abilities, I kind of liked. Had the ability to steal people's souls and it could fly. That's it. So, not anything good there. The fight, nothing interesting. Like I can't remember anything interesting from this fight, and the story felt kind of stale. But the only reason why it's higher than these 4, I think, 4, is because I actually like this beast. So because I used to like it a lot in the past, that's why it's up this high. But anyway, that's it.
Right then, Rivera. I know, Adam, on a beast level, it sucks. On a story level, I find it fascinating because of the Greek mythology connections. She's like hiding in the shadows. That's kind of new for a beast. Most beasts come out in the open. You've got her hounds, and you think there's something mystery going on. You've got the stuff with Taladon, that's tension there for the character. And then they have to go into the underground and get closer, and it has this eerie tension around. They're outnumbered by the Varkules. They're finally able to repel and scare the beast back. And yes, that's where you get a crappy beast fight. But for a symbolic story level, I think it kind of fits, and that's why I put it here on the list.
Right. One thing I need to say about what you just said, there were no Varkules in that.
You know what? Sorry, I know they're the hounds. I keep forgetting because they look similar. I'm modeled creatures.
They say ancient beasts have the Varkules. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh god, really?
But you agree on those terms, right?
Yeah, I'm just swapping around some of my lists because I do not agree with the next.
What, you're changing your list now?
Just change to one order, okay?
Wow. Yeah, cross your fingers. We get one we agree on or something. That'd be awesome. Right, and grabbing the next book. We're at number 19 now, correct?
Yep.
All right. Who's going first for this one, by the way?
You are.
Okay, do the countdown.
2, 1, go.
You did not chew your book down.
Oh.
Anyway,
I'm not surprised.
you
it's
would have
not
bit
Spira.
behind me. Well, you can't
I'm
blame me.
not surprised.
You can't blame me.
You. I can't blame you. I'm
Yeah,
not going
shame
to
on you
blame
for not picking. Whatever. Anyway, no, it's you said it was my turn.
Yes.
Okay, then Ospira. Oh my god. Well, this is a recent read for both of us, so I can't really defend it. I really can't. It's going down. Yeah. Normally, when I try to defend a book for its position, but this is more like I am not going to defend it. It's low. Would you say we're still in the low category, so it's okay to diss this book?
Yes.
All right. I'm not going to do it. The story is. I'm not going to die. The story is a rehash of Chikara. And your Adam agrees with me too. Basically, you have Adaro leaves the castle. Where we heard that before.
Jakara.
Yes. Yes, Chikara. To go and find something which we learn out later is his sister. And this is not really a surprise. Like, if you find out that Adaro's sister is a witch kind of character, it's kind of obvious. And he's literally, they say Adaro's sister is called a spirit. Oh, come on. If you're trying to make a mystery, don't call her. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, point is though, Ospira does similar things to Chikara, same powers, same abilities, and for a beast level, I think that's kind of sad and disappointing for you, Adam. For story level, it kind of feels like, for me, it feels like I'm kind of ripped off. I wanted something new. I was expecting something new from this book. That's why I'm disappointed on a story level. But all it comes out is like, we gotta rescue baby Thomas from the evil witch, Hansel and Gretel. Well, actually, it's like Hansel and Gretel, because there's a nan in it too. You okay, Adam?
Yeah, I'm right. Yeah.
Okay, Adam, you agree on those opinions, though?
The only thing I can say that I can use to defend Ospira is just his abilities. His abilities are good. The rest of it is bad.
Yeah.
So,
but she doesn't use them
first
more.
half of the story I like. The first half of the story I thought was good.
Not to mention this. I thought this was going to be an interesting book. I think it's the only book I believe that is black.
Yeah. Petrix is like a greyish dark blue.
So why does Ospira get the stand? Are they trying to make? Oh, this is going to be something. No, it's not new at all. I've said enough of Ospira. You can go.
I think it's supposed to make the orange stand out a bit more.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to my thoughts on Ospira. Go for yours.
Anyway, same reason as Lucas. This is not a good. It's not a good beast. Did you say? I can't remember. But basically, the story was like a puppet with strings. The story was a bit boring. The fight, I admit, was good. I liked the fight. It wasn't anything to write home about, but it was something unique and good. And abilities, we don't really get to see much ability, so this one was really hard for me to do for the abilities.
It's like wasted potential for a first beast, isn't it?
Yeah, for a title as incredible and unique as the first beast, have it be a puppet with strings is something that I was highly disappointed about. And the fact it was insecure the first few seconds its face ripped off.
Mm.
You're the first beast. Okay. You're an old Peter. Grow up.
It's funny too because we get another beast down the road that also is controlled by an item, but that does it better. I'm not gonna say what it is, but you might can guess what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, I actually forgot to put that beast on the list. And so, oh yeah, I need to put that on there somewhere. Okay, put there. That wasn't like I wasn't saying I just randomly put it somewhere. I put it where I thought I wanted to put it. Anyway, I'll get that when I'll get there. Anyway, though, let's carry on. We're at number 18 now.
24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18.
Correct. 18 it is. Yeah. Grabbing the next book. Oh boy. Any ideas?
I like to think it's the same as mine, but I think it's probably Arax for you.
Okay. Do the countdown, and we'll play our misery.
3, 2, 1, go. Oh, I knew you hated that beast. I forgot you had it there. Oh,
Well, it's your turn first, Adam. So say your piece on the polar bear.
yeah, oh yeah, it is my turn, isn't it?
It is.
Yakarix. As boring of a design it looks like, I need to be honest, it surprised me because it turned to be out to be not a good beast because it was evil, but it turned out to have really good abilities, show how strong it is by beating Nanook within one chapter, and how dedicated it is to defeating her enemies. Like the ice castle she was in was melting.
Yeah.
And we're stepping into the good, by the way, for me. And she kept on fighting until she went down with the castle, bringing Tom, feigning that's it, with her. And being the original Icelandic beast of Avantia, then getting replaced by Nanook, I understand why she had a grudge against her, but that's pretty much it. The story was pretty good. We're stepping into the good territory now. But the reason why I had to put Yakarix, the reason I had to put Yakarix here is because the abilities are what you would expect, apart from the snowstorm one. That one caught me by surprise.
Not to me. I mean, it's a polar bear. You can't expect in order for it to survive, it needs a winter environment.
Yeah, but I didn't think she'll bring winter on all of Avantia. And to add on, there was the design. It's not really that good, but it was good enough to bring up this high. So
it was better than Ursus.
It was by far better than Ursus.
As in, I was saying on design, but if you want to say like overall, sure. Now we have Skolo, the best book to me for Sampaio. I don't care. Besides main series, not just main series. This is his best book to me. Because in his main series, he was acting like kind of like a douche. Because like he had the belt powers, but he didn't really use them in the final battle. No. But here, I think this is a good one.
He could have used the Amber Jewel in that final battle because Amber Jewel boosts the sword fight.
But yeah, me personally, I think this is his best story. Now, I mean, actually, I'm thinking about it. While I'm not going to say it. Varric is obviously above this book, obviously, down the list. That doesn't mean Sampaio's best book, because that wasn't about him. It was about him dying. Doesn't count. This isn't about his villain plot. This is a villain plot for him, right? You're not counting Varric.
Yes. No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm saying that's a Rhea book.
Yeah. So yeah, this is Sampaio's best plot. I think his plan was just to essentially leave an egg there and some goons, and then trick Tom's going into the cave so he could be attacked by this creature. Right?
I would have thought the plan was to originally poison Tom, but since that didn't work, he went to poison the king instead.
Oh yeah, it's been a while since I read this book. Yeah. But as it stands, I find it fascinating. You like the design of this beast to death. I know that much. You and your bug fetish. Yeah, your bug fetish. And then, of course, I like the story in general. Like, it's just a nice book trying to explain to, who is the right one, who is hey, this beast isn't evil, you're just confused. And I like the little touching element at the end where the baby is named Talador, I believe. That's a nice touching moment there. So there's, a few good elements in the story that makes it a soft book for me, and I put it there. So yeah, that is Skolo, who's actually I was surprised actually how it turned out.
Yeah, that Skolo I liked a lot, and I'm not really.
Yeah, which is down the road. You got higher up than me. All right, number 17.
24, 23, 20, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17. Yes.
Oh boy, good God! All right, are you ready for this? Hopefully, we can get a match.
Okay.
All right, do the countdown.
I highly doubt it. 3, 2, 1, go. No, I'm not surprised.
You pissed me off a fart there.
Yeah, I know.
You know how much I like that. All right, I think it's it's my turn, isn't it? It's my turn to go first, right?
Yeah.
All right. You're not surprised that I put Pederix here, assuming you saw my latest review, right?
Yeah, I know you weren't a fan of it because of the whole wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff, but I'm
I don't. When you do time travel, it's very hard to get a story done right, and I also didn't like the fact that they tried to make Paladon and Tom related. I like the fact that the Master of the Beast can be anybody and not someone special part of a family. It kind of reminds me of that Luke Skywalker thing, like, oh, Rey must be part of the Skywalker family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just in watching Star Wars, I don't think, so people don't get that joke.
You said
and for yeah, sorry, too many T's. There's Tom Taladon, Thomas. Anyway, though,
don't forget Talador.
Yeah. There's Hannah. I don't think you said this happened in a previous book that their established relationship. Oh, they are actually related, and I never actually saw that.
I thought it was said in Crowcole.
Okay, maybe read. Do me a favor, reread that book at some point to double check to confirm that for me, and I will take this back if you can. But at that time, I didn't see a connection at all. It comes out left field. It's just that all the elements that they make up is just to basically get their time travel. They're trying to do the time travel book better than Tempera, and I feel like Tempera did it better. That's just my personal opinion. Feel free to disagree on that if you want. I don't. You probably not, because you haven't put.
I am gonna.
And
I am gonna disagree on that.
You think the time travel was handled better in this one?
I'm not going to say it was, because technically it wasn't, but there were some bits which were missed out in that time travel part. But
yeah, I mean,
you said, I on Beasts, and
yeah, that's why I understood why you put this high, because there's more. I feel like she only appeared twice, once at the beginning and once at the end.
Yeah,
correct?
But it was enough more times than Tempera, at least.
Yeah, there was.
It was more times enough for me to go like, yes, good. Hello, let's guess more chess. I love that name, by the way.
Is he on your channel or is he on mine?
I think he's
on mine.
Yeah,
maybe it's. There's so many people that follow me, it's hard to keep track, but thanks for showing up, mate. But yeah, like I said, though, there are lots of good elements in Pederix. There are some things that drag it down. I'm sure you can understand why. So you can understand on the story level why I rank it so low. But on a beast level, I respect that, and I can see how it's like a walking tank, or should I say, a flying tank. And it is going to be something in Battle of the Beast, isn't it?
Yeah, I said it was a killing machine. Right.
So your piece on the next one.
Yeah, SVDD is back. Hello. I did not know you were gone, but okay. Hello.
Okay.
Back.
Did you do your book yet?
Yeah. Ferrock.
Yeah. Please tell us about Ferrock.
Yeah. Just
why is it here?
Had the hundreds criticizing me. Yeah. Honestly, compared to the others, it didn't feel as impressive. Like, I wasn't personally a big fan of the story. I had a good conversation with some people.
Oh, look at that. Oh, thank you, Les. Guess more chess. He loves our channels.
It's nice that people like our channels.
Because we're beef press people.
Yes. Yeah. Like my bookmark.
Go ahead.
Basically, I personally did not find this intriguing with the story. The design looked too humanoid to me. Man, I really do not like humanoid designs. The fights didn't really feel intense or special, even though half the city was infected. But the abilities are cool, and as Lucas explained it to me, I did like when Ferrock was like, "We will win, not I will win," where he was talking about not just himself but his army as well, which is the only thing pulling him up higher than Yakarix. So he won against Yakarix. That's good.
He was an honourable beast. That's what surprised me. He was honourable.
Yeah. If anything, he reminded me of Venom. He reminded me of Venom. I going like, we can do whatever we want.
But I mean, it was more like they were separate beings, though.
Yeah.
Moving on down the road. 16?
Yeah. Oh, God.
Hope you do catching this right. You have a good feeling about this one?
You're going to agree with me with my choice. 3,
maybe
2, 1, go. No, I don't want to be here anymore. No. No, why would you put Falcor there? He's good.
Adam, we've got to get through this. Come on.
No.
We agreed this calculation. You can't.
Let's guess more chess. I agree with your. Thank you.
I think Beric was not too great because there are no other beasts fighting. Well, on a beast level, yeah, okay, we'll see. We'll see. I'll say my words on Beric when I get to him. But yeah,
Right.
so who's going first on this one? I think it was your turn.
Me.
Go for it.
Right. So as Lucas said, the story was basically a rehash of Jakara. That's all I need to say about the story. Essentially Jakara, but worse. Kind of like a sequel, and everyone knows the sequel apart from Shrek 2.
I will say
Panda
this:
2.
it was nice. It was nice to see Baby Thomas be kidnapped for a change and let him get out, but it was kind of done poorly.
Yeah, like we have a replacement damsel in distress now. You're welcome, Ali. Damn it. The design, I said in my review, was very intimidating, which is why she got a rather high score, being 8. But if it wasn't for that, she would have got a 7 or worse, a 6. The fight felt rushed and was very disappointing and didn't really feel special, in my opinion, because she didn't really use actual magical powers. But the abilities, I gave a really high score to because they were all very impressive. I liked the abilities.
Mm-hmm. And we did come to a understanding, like me and Adam before this call, we're like, should we give Ospira her? It's hard to call this because I can't call her Ospira because her ghost form isn't got a name. Well, Jalka did. Jalka had a name. This one doesn't. So what do we call this? Ospira?
I'm tempted to say Durfin's entity because it was created by Durfin.
Okay.
But I'm probably going to forget, but
maybe. But I think it's okay where you put it. You put it in an okay spot for a beast level. So, Falcor.
You better have a damn good explanation why it's there.
In all honesty, it's not the best story in my opinion, but there are a lot of good elements that make it stand out with Beric. Beric makes his first appearance here. It's probably his best special. I think I said this in my review. I probably did. But yeah, it's his best book, I think. He's not being controlled by anyone. That's what makes him an interesting villain. Like, when you don't get a master, you can do whatever you want. And it makes you less chance of dying.
And he wasn't killed off at the start of the series, like series 21.
I mean, I think, like, yeah, every time there's a villain, they normally die because of another villain. Like, you know, Sanpeo and Beric. Seth, I think. I don't know if he's alive.
Yeah.
But yeah. But as it stands, though, Falcor had a lot of good elements in there. I'm not dissing it at all. But I mean, for me, this is like in the good category, all right, for me. And but it's just, I mean, it's not that this is bad. This is not a bad story. It's just that the other stories seemed better to me along the others. So I'm not dissing Falcor in any way. I know you love your snakes. But yeah, I think Falcor is a good book with its statue and it's being used. But I still see it's interesting because this is another honorable, loyal beast. Even though Beric is evil, he's still, like, Beric's knocked out in the point in the book. He takes him with him through the portal and continues his evil schemes at one point. That's pretty interesting. So it's a fascinating story for me.
Right. Okay. And yes, let's get small chest. Falcor is in the Chronicles of Avantia because I actually just got the book of Falcor in it. Called Chronicles of Avantia. Falcor is in it, not looking as good, but with Rufus, so that's something. So, yeah.
Yeah, I will not be doing those. Don't worry, that's mainly Adam's social thing. He likes to talk about the spin-off stuff. I do not. I think it's like, no, it didn't last as long as good old Beast Quest here, so it's not for me. But Adam will probably go for that stuff.
Adam likes talking about them, even though I haven't done a single video dedicated to them yet.
Yes, he does. But yeah, yes. This list so far is going not as we expected it to.
Yeah, it's going a lot long. This video is going to be a lot longer than we thought it was.
It is. Well, it makes sense. We've got a lot of books to cover. Right, next one.
We're not even through.
No, we're not. So what? 16, 15, around there? Which one was it?
I lost count. 24, 22, 21, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. This is 15.
This is number 15. I'm grabbing the next book now. Right, here we go again. Do the countdown.
I hope you have a good. Yeah, I hope you have a good choice. 3, 1, go. Okay, your turn.
My turn first, right?
Yeah.
My turn first. Okay. Arax is an interesting beast. He operates in a different way than other beasts do. He's like an assassin to me. Like, he's hired down to track down Tom and Like, was it Malvo? Yeah, it was Malvo. Because it says on the back of the cover. It says Malvo sends this because I think he's sick of Tom's crud, so he decides to send this guy to take him out in a different way than you normally suspect. This is probably the first time we get like an evil counterpart character. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. Hold on. Do we have an evil counterpart to a character? Yeah, I think this is the first time. Also, yes, I have heard that spin-off. Plan to read it, but it looks rather interesting. Not like a tornado.
Well, luckily you turned up, Adam, because like there are people who are fans of you who are subscribed to this channel. Okay. But yeah. Yes, you are. Anyway, like I said, Nemeko is also in this book, and it makes the story more fascinating because he actually tries to rebel. I think he's the one that sacrifices himself to defeat Arax, I believe, or am I missing something?
It's been a long time since I read it. Don't ask me.
But I know Nemeko did a big part to play to help take Arax down, and I felt like it was it got a fascinating new type of beast with an assassin type creature, and it gave Tom a challenge and made him go on the edge of his seat. So that's why I put Arax Race. On a story level, it gave me a good ride.
And
all right, cheers, Mom. You stay on the side.
And because you mentioned it, and because you didn't mention it, and I didn't mention it when we were talking about it, I must say, both of us do not think Arax is a bat beast. It's a gargoyle.
A gargoyle. Yeah, gargoyle. Sorry about that, guys. I had a parcel in the mail. I had to put it on the side. It's the batteries for our little you-know-what, Adam.
Collaboration. I'm not going to say what it's about, though. So, yeah, moving on.
It could be the batteries. Right.
Design. Yeah. Okay. The design is the best aspects about it, closely followed by the abilities, because they're both fascinating. Design 10 out of 10. Abilities, I believe, was an 8. I can't remember them. Just watch the review, please, because this is the ranking.
I know it didn't have like. I think I remember this one. It didn't have like tar, and then Tom used its tar and wrapped it around or something like that.
Yes. Yes. Hi, Magic Figs. I love that name.
Magic Figs.
The story, shut up. The story that as you said, wasn't very that interesting because it didn't really have that dramatic tension like, let's say, the start of series 12 did, or start of series 24. But it pulled me into it because it was like a what's that sport called? But it's like a tournament. I can't remember what the thing is called.
Is it like a ball sport?
It's with the lances.
Oh, you mean?
Whereas,
well, what's the word? Jousting. Jousting?
Yeah. Sorry. Yes. Jousting. Yeah. We're sorry for making fun of your name. We love the name. He just distracted me by saying your name. Sorry.
It wasn't his name. It was like the way you said his name.
Yeah. Sorry. The fights, it kind of blends in compared to the rest, and because I was reviewing it when I was doing it as well, I kind of gone into like a trance where I'm like, I don't care about this fight being bad. I still like the beast. So I think just because of those two attributes, I got blindsided by how bad the fight really is. But I will say, what's his name? Hold on.
Oh, his name is Magic Figs. Oh, you talking about the beast?
No, I'm not talking about the beast. I'm talking about the guy that kept getting in the way.
Huh?
I'm talking about the guy that kept getting in the way of Tom and Alina.
Huh.
I think his name is Sean.
Maybe it was.
I don't know. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, it says Sean. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Hi,
hello, Tristan. RPs. Yeah. So Sean.
We're up to date.
Okay, Carrie. So, story boring. Fight not good. I'm sorry, Skylar.
Yeah, Magic. Don't take that too seriously. That was more of a joke, to be honest. I think not Tom, Adam took it too far. This body is sponsored by Pepsi Max. Oliver Productions, welcome. We are now on book 14, I believe. But yeah, really while we're doing this, everyone, I really appreciate you guys being here. Really means a lot to us. We didn't expect anyone in the chat at all to show up this one, I don't think.
Yeah, honestly, because Beast Quest isn't that popular compared to everything else that's on
There
Lux's channel.
are 8 people. 8 people, which is surprising to me.
One of them is
Okay.
me, so
Well, yeah, maybe it is.
One
But
of-
we don't know for certain.
I'm keeping up to
Okay,
date with the
then.
comments.
Moving on to number 14, I believe. You can check that if I'm wrong.
Yeah, we are. I think you're going to disagree with me with this option.
Do the countdown. Let's put our miseries out.
3, 2, 1.
I don't know what to
I'm
say.
surprised.
Okay. Oh, we're both right. These are all Smiths. Both of them.
Yeah, both of them.
Okay,
Oh,
so,
God. I
whose
thought
turn
you
is it?
actually
My turn?
liked it. I thought you
I
liked
do
Victor.
like these ones. I do. But other
Hey.
beasts are cooler.
Yeah.
Whose turn is it?
Vorax calling it Victor.
It's Varric, and by the
It's
way.
my turn. Lots of people are congratulating you on 2,000 subs. I will join you.
Oh, guys, thank you. I will be doing the live stream Q&A thing if I get to 2010, which I think on my channel it is, but on my YouTube studio it's not. And I'm like, I should turn it back a bit. Wait, maybe. And he will be there moderating duty if he's able to make it.
If I can make it.
Anyway, whose turn is it?
Me.
Your turn. Go. It's Varric, by the way.
Vorak, the Storm King. Design, it was basically a giant lobster, but better than Styro anyway. Sorry. Styro is a giant lobster, but it's better than Vorak by a long shot, by design, abilities, and fights. The abilities, some were as expected with the claws and a bunch of other stuff.
Pincers. Actually, it's pincers and claws.
Okay. Oh, I missed that. But sorry. But the sound that Vorak makes with his antennae, that's the thing that caught my attention because that can like stop his opponents from attacking. Is it attacking? I think that's the word. So kind of like stun them, but not really stun them, kind of thing, which can give him the advantage to attack or, as we saw with Sampeo, eat him, which was also another reason why Vorak's up this high because it actually claimed a life of somebody.
Yeah, but the thing about it is Sampeo is not like the greatest villain to kill, though, if you think about it.
Yeah, but then again, Ferno thought he killed Malvel, but didn't. So, what do you want from me?
I think so did Quamon.
Yeah, Ferno, I believe, got 2 kills actually. He got Malvel technically, and is it Caldon the Brave in first ever chapter of Beast Quest?
Maybe.
In prologue, I know he killed that guy as well. Ferno's gruesome. But Vorak, the story I kind of liked as well. Being controlled by an artifact, that was the other beast that Lucas was talking about, being controlled by something that they have, like Anaret. But this one did it better because this one wasn't self-conscious. But that's pretty much all I need to say. That's it.
And thus we move on to Victor. This guy is a hunter. I did butcher up on like his race and how you butchered up his origin a bit, who he was and where he is. Thank you, Adam. Tell me that in a previous review or whatever it was. But Victor is a hunter. He has these arrows that shoot out and increases his strength. He has his horse, which is Obsador. What was his name again?
Osasul.
Yeah, so that gives him kind of a duel there. We got a comment?
Epos and Chronicles of Avanti is more gruesome. I look forward to that.
That's all.
Of course, that's what I say.
And of course, he's a nice, good foil to our heroes. I think he's got all of the weapons that our heroes possess. Not apart from the shield, obviously. He does have a helmet. He's got a sword. He's got the bow and arrows. And like Storm, he's got an evil horse.
Yeah.
So he's a good foil to our heroes. Yeah.
He's also got additional weapons, like those tiny spikes on his hands.
Yeah. Pretty awesome, though.
Yeah.
And he's also very persistent, too. He's not actually hunting them at first. He's after this deer, which has the only weakness that can stop him, I believe, along those lines.
Leos.
And then he goes after Tom, and he's persistently after him ever since he gets him at a certain point in the story where he corrupts him in the helmet. He goes off. He is hunting them down when they tick him off.
This thing
so he's about. Yeah, and I think you're very interesting to see how he's going to do in Battle of the Beast because he's fun for you. For you in Battle of the Beast, he's going to be fun.
Yeah. This one, along with Pesterix, are basically walking death machines, and those are the ones I'm looking forward to talking about the most because they can get a different kill for each round if they make it.
Oh, that's going to be awesome. And we are also counting the horse in the Battle of the Beast tournament. We've agreed to do that. But when the rider dies, the horse goes with. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Right. Are we on 13 now?
Yep. I think Victor the Deadly Archer is a good book because it shows Tom is not the perfect hero. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It does. Good on you. Yeah, I agree too. We're number 13.
Yeah, and I didn't realize it until I looked at the entire list that this 13th place is actually kind of funny for where it is. You'll find out when you see it.
Hopefully we won't get pissed off when we rank books. Hopefully.
You might get annoyed with me because I know you like this book, but I am going to say it's kind of funny for where I put it in 13th place. 3, 2, 1, go.
Go.
Really, Spyros?
You're more pissed off than I'm not.
This is okay. The reason why it's kind of funny is because it's a 13th special and it's in 13th space.
Friday the 13th. It's not even Friday. If it is Friday, I'll be scary.
Yeah, I can't pronounce that name, but yeah, you got another comment. What's Lucas? Pleasure to meet you.
Nate Dog behind the camera.
Okay.
That's how I pronounce it. What up, Lucas? Pleasure to meet you. Oh, pleasure to meet you too, mate. This is Adam. He's also here too. It's a pleasure to meet him too.
Hi.
Oh yeah, of course, both of us. Really makes a lot. Thanks for showing up, mate.
I don't have a successful channel.
Oh please, Adam, you'll get there one day.
He's on the D-Crack channel. Is that is it D-Crack?
Yeah, it's D-Crack. He was in that. He's one of the actors in that. When D-Crack reacted to the Linksy series, he did most of the work. Adam there.
Yeah.
So he has to still react to that reaction. But yeah, thank you for subscribing and helping him get to this target. We will be doing the live stream at some point. It will happen. Anyway, the books.
Yeah,
so.
Right. Is it?
Oh, it's fine, Magic. You're back now, so you get to see more of us awesomeness.
I think your turn now to talk about the book.
All right, my turn first.
Yeah.
So, Spyros. Spyros is fascinating. It is. It's probably the first book that got interesting. To be fair, there wasn't really much competition for it when it comes to specials. Because when you had regional combat, this one you have like a beast that control all of them. The original 6, I believe. Right?
Yep.
And then you had like yeah. I'm assuming she's meant to be. Is Spyros a she, by the way?
Spyros is a she, and also thank you for the sub SVD, and also pleasure to meet you, Nate Dog behind the camera.
By the way, Adam has two. Adam kind of has 2 channels, so make sure you also subscribe to Adam Fern's archive channels as well.
Oh, that's really nice. Let's get small chest. Love that. Thank you.
What do you say, Lucas? I hope your channel has names because this is super content. Really, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Can never have enough subs apparently. Nate Dog behind the camera says, "Hey, did you guys see this YouTube video called D-Crab Video Scratch?" No, I have not, but I think we'll check it out when we can if we ever get time for it.
Yeah, I still need to watch their reactions to the series. So. Oh.
They will. But yeah, like I said with Spyros, we got Sabrina. She's fine, an interesting character. I think she's the sister of Seb. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the fact is, we never get on. We need more information about her. She just leaves, and we never see her come back. It makes me sad. I want to know more. It's like it ticks me off in good ways. You know, when you're upset when you don't know more about a character, you feel like you want to know more, and it's like you don't want it to end. You want to know more. So in a way, it kind of wants me to linger on, continue reading. It's just that fascinating of the book. And we also have the evil counterpart of Spyros, which is what was the evil counterpart?
Oh, Nordren?
Yeah, that's it. I will admit, it is creative that the artists, the Beast Quest guys were creative and decided to trick us by having Spyros be the threat when actually it was not the threat. So if you're expecting Spyros to be the threat, it's not. It's actually Gerson. But it was a nice flip. So that's my.
It was kind of like Yeah, it's kind of like a psych. Nope. Also going to the comments, Magic Figs. Yeah, I want to hear a joke. SVDD. Yes, I like Britain's Got Talent. Let's go small chess. Seth, we presume died, I guess, in Sting. Serena, we never saw again after Spyros. And go small chess. I don't think that's how you spell it, but yeah, I think.
Yeah, pretty good pronunciation.
Yeah.
We're up to date.
But yeah, that's up to date with the comments.
So now it's time for your book.
Okawa.
That could be like an echo. Okawa. How do you Ocean say hello?
So Okawa design is actually kind of unique. It may look a bit humanoid, but that's the idea.
Oh, I know.
Look humanoid.
I know that joke. Magic Figs. Magic says, "How do Ocean say hello?" They wave. Got it. Hey, look. JBL says, "Hey, Lucas. This is Nate."
Love.
And SVD says, "What are you doing?" Oh, that's a nice joke. Got it.
I mean,
Carry on.
Also a good answer. That's also a good answer. Okay. Anyway, yeah, they wave. Okay. 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 Design, yeah, it's supposed to look humanoid, but that's the idea because it was a human turned into beast. The abilities I like, so I like Ferrock, but a bit worse though. But I still liked it, and the fight was, in my opinion, a lot better than Ferrock. I'm comparing this to Ferrock, and I prefer this over Ferrock because I didn't find this boring. And the story I found a bit more interesting for a simple reason that I cannot explain because I don't have one.
Even though,
okay,
here's an idea. Maybe because Henry is the beast.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's why it's.
Bye, Magic Fix. Thanks for stopping by. Magic Fix is going by. JBL, this is. I'm giving out the compliment. This is my new channel. He loves it. This is great. I'm assuming that's a compliment. Where are we at now on the numbers? Are we in 12?
Yeah, we are halfway there.
Oh God!
Living on the prayer. Well,
don't start. Right, number 12. Are you having pressure on you?
I think this one might be the same opinion because this one is
Maybe.
relatively okay. 3, 2, 1, go. No, really, Crash School? I thought you liked that beast.
I do. This is high up for me. I mean, I like a lot of them. I like the Crash School. It wasn't easy. Was it easy to rank these for you? It wasn't for me.
It wasn't. Like when I got to the top, 15? That's when I started struggling. But I decided to put Scalamanx above Okawa because I think that little element it had in the story, which kind of.
Oh, by the way, before you go on, it is your turn, right?
Yeah. One thing I find weird about Seeker is that almost all series there's something happening to Max Fan. Thank you for the spoilers, but I will read that and I will review that, and I might agree with you. But
according to the time, we're over an hour, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yes. Also, I am joking by saying thank you for the spoilers. That is definitely a joke. Don't say sorry. I will forgive you. You probably didn't know, so it's fine. It's not really a spoiler, so yeah.
Go ahead.
Scalamanx I put. I'm explaining. Scalamanx I put above Okawa because that little element it had in the story that kind of. How do I say this? Made it a bit more spicy, I guess. Like added a bit of flavor. added a bit of flavor into the
Are you trying to not make it sound cringe-inducing?
Yes, that's what I'm trying not to do. Am I working? Is it working?
No.
Basically,
Proceed.
Petra had a certain potion that she was going to use on Tom. It went wrong, and Tom felt a bit more than friends for Elena.
Congratulations, Elena Shippers, you got your wish.
Yes, it was. I mean, I'm not surprised that it was something that fans wanted to see. Me and Lucas didn't want to see it, but I would admit, I don't know if Lucas agrees, it made the story a bit more interesting.
Why do you think I haven't talked about Scalamax yet?
Okay, it has made it interesting. Okay, the design is just a giant salamander, a giant animal, which I'm also not a fan of.
However,
look at Komodo,
I find it funny that we come across a lot of fire salamanders.
when was the last one?
Charizard, that
Oh yeah,
Alolan one, now this.
oh yeah. Okay, I'll give you that. Okay, oops.
Carry on.
So last. I just remembered that. Okay. Do you like Back to the Future, and if so, which is your fave? I have not seen Back to the Future, but I think the DeLorean is my fave.
Yeah, but DeLorean is a good car. I actually saw a DeLorean in real life, and I forgot to take a picture. I'm really sad about that. But my favorite of the trilogy is between 1 and 3. I just gotta go with. Okay, it flips between my mind, but as of right now, I'll say number 1. But that opinion can really change.
Right. Okay.
Go. Any more to say?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Design giant salamander, so not very that intriguing. Abilities that we haven't seen before, which is a good thing. And the fight wasn't that incredible, but it was better than Ospera, but not by a long shot. That's what I need to say. SVDD's yours is part 2.
Yeah, where they go to the
I don't know if
future.
that's good or bad.
But the 2 is where they go to.
Yeah.
You want me to spoil it for you?
Fine.
Well, okay. 2 is where they go to the future, and then they go to an alternate timeline, like in Beast Quest.
All right. Okay.
All right.
How does it work out?
I'm not going to spoil that for you if you want to see the movie. I would recommend the movies to you because I give them a chance at least. That's my thoughts on it.
Right. Okay.
Anyway, Grashcore. Grashcore is awesome. And yes, it's this low, but that means the other books must be even awesomer.
Lisa made it to the half.
It's basically, to me, the Chamber of Secrets beast. Do you agree with that term?
Yes, I agree with that so much.
Tom and his friends are trapped in a. Well, who was in this? Eleanor was trapped in a cell. That is unique. Yeah, it makes Eleanor the damsel in distress, but it's the first time I think we see Eleanor in a position like that, where she's throughout the book trapped in a cell. And I think this is when we had the original the team back together with Storm and what's his name? Come on, Storm and Silver. And then we had Sebastian, who was an interesting companion to go along there. He actually proved a good hero. There was a nice camaraderie between them, and it shows that Tom has affected all these young boys' lives. They go on this quest to go into the castle. They get lost and mixed around. Eleanor takes part, like trying to own the beast. Grashcore is an intimidating foe. He's a land shark, always hunting them down. He's not letting him get out, and he has his own motivations. He's trying to trick the prison into letting him go by destroying it and turning it up against each other. And then the fight got so intense that the prison was destroyed. And Adam would love that because, like, he loves a good battle of the beast.
I believe I gave that fight. I believe I gave that fight to because it showed his dedication to losing his own power, because he gets his power from that prison to defeat people that are escaping.
The only problem, and of course I'm going to get out of the way, there is obviously a Dark Lord reference here. Yeah. So link to search on, Dark Lord.
Right. Yeah, I just got it.
Yeah. And the only problem is, despite all this destruction, it was pointless because he's cursed to the prison anyway. Even if he destroys himself, he's literally still going to stay there. So Adro is a dark man at times. He's ready to, like, it doesn't matter if you kill yourself, you're still going to stay there. Okay, Adro, you've clearly something happened to you, Adro, when your sister perished. Or before your sister. When your sister left, you got.
He can also destroy the prison as much as he wants. It'll still be fine. It's still going to come back.
So he's kind of immortal in a way.
Yeah, for all we know, he could have destroyed that prison like what, 10 times?
Yeah, and the prisoners tell us, like, no matter where you go, he will always be able to get you. So Velmal, you are kind of screwed.
I mean, I'm not surprised he got caught then. I'm not surprised he got caught in Series 15 then.
But yeah, Grashcore was awesome. But yeah, that is number 12, I believe.
Yeah.
11 now.
Yeah.
Right.
I generally forgot.
I'm trying to reach my ball, getting smaller. I'm trying to bend down.
I generally forgot this was a book. Well, this was a special, but now it's here. Even though it's kind of basic for score, I'm really happy it got this high because I like this one a lot.
So we're at 14 now. No, we're not 14. 11?
11.
Right.
Yes.
So count down. Oh my God.
3, 2, 1, go. No! Why would you put Raksha there? Why
The
are you so
others are more.
evil?
I don't know. It's a
Why is
matter
that?
of. You have to say this in your head. It's a matter of opinion. You even said at the end of this review. It's a matter of opinions.
Oh, Raksha. Raksha's good
Who's
though.
going? Who's going first?
You.
Okay. Raksha is awesome. Obviously so. It's amazing. I will not hesitate. It's got great powers. As a beast, I can see how high you would rank it. I understand that. On a story though, there are some like little plot holes, like you have to do certain things to get the plot rolling. Like get this mirror, get who was the bad guy? Petra? No. Kenza, was it?
Capra.
Capra. But yeah, it's
Right.
like we gotta go here, we gotta get they get the beast revived at one point, then they go to Gorgonia, they trick him, and then they go back, and then this big epic fight ensues of controlling all the beasts. There is a lot of good stuff in there, and it is incredible. It really is. So I had a lot of fun with Raksha. It did surprise me, and I'm actually really looking forward to it on the Battle of the Beast tour. I'm really happy to see how it goes because he gets the shield powers and the beast powers. And I didn't know this, but
Yeah.
I'm happy to remind him based off a Chimera.
Yeah. Speaking of
By the
which,
way,
I
a
need
lot.
to actually talk. Speaking of which, I need to talk to you about Raksha and Battle of the Beast, along with a few others. But I'm going to be uploading the video about that. Watch that video, and then you know what I need to ask you about.
And this is actually I'm
In a
gonna say
second.
I don't think I mentioned this on my video, my review, but this book actually I might have told you about it, Adam, but this book was actually given to me from a guy on eBay. And this guy, it turns out this is in a this is in a this was in a library cover. So this guy on eBay stole a library book. And now I have it. That's an interesting story. That's what I'm gonna say in the matter.
I'm just watching myself react to that when you said there's a library cover, but I kind of froze, so then it was like throughout the entire time. I found it hilarious.
Moving on though, it's your shot, Adam. Now, by the way, you have to about Raksha and my thoughts.
Yeah, I agree with you for putting it that high, but because it's a great book. Don't get me wrong. Story, I'm upset that you found plot holes in it. If you didn't find plot holes in it, I'm confident it would have been a bit higher.
I didn't find plot holes. It's just the thing is, I found other books better than this story.
Okay, if you didn't find other books better than this story, then it would have been high. Yeah, that's all I need to say then. So, Magraw. Design
armed and dangerous.
It looks a bit basic. Did you just say armed and dangerous?
Looks like a guy called Apex.
Yeah, it looks like a guy called Apex. Yeah, or Forearms, or Machamp,
or
Machamp. Or what's the other? Yeah, that's everything. Yeah, design looks a bit basic, but actually pretty unique, especially with the extra sets of arms. Ability. Now this is why it missed out on the top 10, because it has one ability, one stinking ability for a great book. The fight was good, however. Yeah, the fight. Yeah, Apex. The fight was good, however, because it does show. It was Talon's origin story. It was showing how his origins to be in the Master of the Beast, not the current, but the most recent Master of the Beast that's perished. I know that's the best way of saying that, but yeah. With the exception of that, got a rather good piece of you. But for hi Daniel Walton, by the way. For story, as we tell Lucas, he didn't show it yet. It's a great story. I'm tempted to say the Beast is best in the story, but I bet Lucas is going to differ with my opinion on that.
The Beast's only power is strength, Adam.
Yes, I know it's only power is strength, but it doesn't change the fact it's still a good beast.
I think you're using your love for Apex now to boost your character, okay? Moving on.
Episode.
Yes. All right, what number are we on? 10?
10. Oh god.
The top 10. Are you scared?
Yes.
Oh, we got Daniel. Daniel Waltons is there. He says hi. Hello, Daniel.
Hi, Daniel. I'm waving at my phone, by the way. So.
Who's going first this time, by the way?
You are.
Do the countdown.
It's my turn. It's my turn to go first.
Okay, then.
3,
Count down it.
2, 1, go.
Did we? I wonder if we ever got one point where we got this reversed. Okay. Say your piece.
Okay. The reason why I'm finding this hilarious is because I believe when you were talking about Victor, I was talking about Okawa. So.
Really?
That's funny. Yeah. That's funny. Alright. So Victor, as Lucas said, I like a lot because it's basically a walking death machine, like Pesserix is. It has the hero's weapons with a sword, a bow and arrow, the helmet. Technically not a weapon, but that is.
You can make a weapon. You can throw it.
Yeah. Just throw a helmet. You'll be fine. And an
or use it as a ramming thing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Use your head. Toy Story 2. It even has his own evil horse, and then to add on, Victor
I don't want to use my head. Sorry.
I'm trying not to laugh here, but you're making it really hard for me. And then Victor has this additional ability, which has tiny spikes on the tip of his hand, which basically, let's say he's holding someone by their head, literally on their head,
that part.
impaling the spikes into them. That would be excruciatingly painful. The story, a bit here and there, I guess. It's, in my opinion, it wasn't the best story for the Beast of You, but when growing up, after the course of 2 weeks, I realized Victor is the best out of the part 3 books, in my opinion. Obviously, Lucas's opinion is different because he didn't say one of them. What else was I going to say? The fight was good. It showed how dedicated Victor was, that he will go down if he's going to take Tom with him. He failed like every other beast did, but it is fine.
They have to fail.
Victor...
Tom's a good guy.
Yeah, but I think that's probably the closest that a beast has actually got to going down and taking someone with him.
So we've got Okawa here. Obviously, you can understand why it's this high. We got Uncle. You know how I love my evil allies turned evil, and this is fall into that category once again. Uncle Henry gets turned into an evil beast by a remedy. Which villain was it this time? Which villain was it? Penta. And obviously, I'm guessing, was it another plan on revenge and a bounty, or was it against Tom this time?
I think it's just a grudge against Tom because she thought he would drink it, but she didn't know it was for Henry.
Well, anyway, she kind of used this army. It's basically kind of like a zombie virus, if you think about it.
Yeah, she did what Rhea. I think she failed to do what Rhea did in Series 24, turn Tom to the dark side.
Star Wars. Okay. Yeah. Basically, this is basically kind of a zombie virus. You have Uncle Henry infected with this creature like there with Okawa, and then I think Okawa is kind of a separate personality, or is he basically, you think, the uncle enraged? What would you say?
Separate personality.
Okay, so he's basically a separate personality, and he can make more by infecting people, making his army grow, which leads to a fight with the Infantians, I believe, in the city. We get to see some good action there. Tom is pressured there, makes him a good foil. Yep,
he also infected Alina.
Oh, yes, that too. So, yeah, Tom was really had to hear he was running out of time. And I believe, how did he die again? How did they beat him?
I believe a potion got thrown at him.
Oh, wow. That's a legend. Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
That's a potion that Tom threw onto Okawa's head or shell, and it just dissolved it.
Oh, yeah, he ran. That was that little. He has this little cup in his forehead where he runs out of water and needs to regenerate. Rejuvenate himself or hydrate himself.
That was the thing I was supposed to say about his abilities. I said it in the review, but I forgot to say it when I was talking about him. That was the thing that turned me off about Okawa, because his ability can help him, but also make him weak.
Basically, he's a battery, a chargeable battery. And if there's no water around, if there's no water around in a Beast Quest fight, he's going to lose. So that's basically how it's going to happen. Anyway, as it stands, though, I think the power is a fun virus type beast. It gives pressure for Tom because there's a virus around, and of course he's his uncle. He's trying not to harm him, and with that kind of sense around, it has this very spooky, tense feel to it. And I think that has enough elements to boost it up this high on my list for story purposes. You agree on those terms?
I agree. Like, especially that virus thing. It kind of fits along well with what we're doing. So right now, right?
Indeed. Oh, don't start that thing. I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, just talk about the cough. Cough is fine. I didn't say the actual name, so it's fine.
All right,
okay.
9. I think one. Are we 9 now?
No, but yeah, we're at 9th place.
Oh boy, I'm trying to bend without making the path over.
I am hoping that you have the same book as me because I know you like this book, but I also know that it should not be your best because there are some plot holes in there that I think you noticed.
Right. To the countdown.
3, 2, 1, go. Damn it! Really?
Oh
wow,
my god!
I forgot you had Jackarix this high, but I knew you liked it, but still.
Who's going first?
You.
So, Jackarix. The bear that brings eternal winter. This is probably Kent's, I believe, best plan. I think it's Kent's.
Yeah, it's Kent's.
Kent's best plan. We've got like a Queen Elsa thing going on here with the Ice Palace, the evil witch taking over. Yes, Elsa is a good guy, but the original intention was to make her a villain, if you didn't know the concept art and stuff like that. And the fact she actually, this is probably her closest victory, I would think. You agree on that terms? Closest victory for Kenta?
I'm tempted to say that because I believe Alina and Tom were very close to dying of hypothermia.
Yeah. No, and the fact that this beast can take down Nanook. Now, Nanook isn't really the strongest beast of legend, but I'm surprised how well it took it down.
Yeah, as much as I hate Nanook, I was glad. I wasn't really glad to see Nanook go down that quickly. Don't get me wrong, I was glad to see it be stronger than Nanook, but still, it went down so quickly.
I think you said this in your analysis of the character just now, but this is another determined beast that will still go even if it has a type advantage. Even if it has field disadvantage, I'm still going to try and kill you!
Yeah, it's one of the few beasts that would go down with her domain.
I mean, yeah. It makes it brave, but it also makes it kind of dumb at the same time.
Yeah.
As it stands, I think Jackarix is a fun read, and it was probably a very good. It was the best story for Kento, so that puts it very high on my list. So I enjoyed it, and you can see why.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh yes, you right. I got
Tempera, the time stealing.
Right. I'm just gonna point out the elephant in the room. The worst part about this book is the fact there's barely any.
Oh, by the way, Adam, when we come to it, let me know. But when we come to you said you swapped a book around. Let me know when we come to it, okay?
The swap I did was with Anaret, because the order was originally Jackarix, Ferroc, then Anaret. But I swapped Anaret over because your opinion changed my opinion. Is it still going? I don't know. I think Lucas may have froze. And if Lucas froze on his channel, what does that mean for me? Do I keep going or what do I do? I've never been in this situation before. Is everything okay or I think everyone's okay. Is everyone okay watching this? Like, can you still hear me? My camera. Okay, his camera went off. Can you still hear me? Oh. Right. So whilst we wait for Lucas's camera to go on, I know being left on a live stream by myself. Whilst we wait for Lucas's camera to go on, how are you lot doing? Is anything interesting happening today? I'm socially awkward. And this is my new channel. That's great. JB Levators? Is it JB Levators or JBL Evators? Evators? I don't know, but yeah, that's cool. You got a new channel. Are you going to be uploading videos to your channel? If so, what kind of videos are you going to be uploading? Just has some interest. Or is it just like one of those channels that you're just going to be watching videos on? This is Nate Dogg behind the camera. Oh, you have 2 channels? Oh, that's cool. Okay. I don't know what else to say. He's back. Please say you're back. I feel socially awkward.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Sorry about that, guys.
Good.
I wasn't that long, was I?
It felt like ages for me. Like I was so
my
awkward.
phone died. My phone died. I thought like, oh shit, does that mean I have to start the entire thing again? That'd be awful. But no, I'm back. Phone's on charge. We're all good. We're all good. What did you say before I cut off?
I was socially awkward. Like, I just said that.
Yeah, what did you say?
I said the main problem about Tempera is that it's barely had any beast to it.
Okay.
That's what I said before you cut out.
Yeah, I'm just trying to take up the chat real quick if I missed anything. I didn't miss.
Oh,
all right, carry on.
It's going to be about elevators being filmed and stuff like that, and I do have a lot of interest in them. Okay. By any chance, are you going to do a video of the Pokemon Furret just walking along an elevator with the whole nice music to it? I love that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. All right, continue your run on Tempera because that's where I was at, wasn't I?
There's a supreme lack of beast in it. I said that multiple times now, but I'm saying it again just so you know who I am. But the good thing about it is, though, and the reason why Lucas has it so high, and as for me, its story saves it because it's insanely good with the story. Like they handled time travel really well here, and that's a key aspect which needs to be done when you do a time travel related book.
It's funny, Adam, because I thought you were judging on a beast level.
Yes, you need to handle it with finesse for the time travel. But on
I thought you were judging yours on a.
I'm doing it on both. I took your opinion. I took your review into account. But with the beast level, it was insanely hard to do my review on it. Because there was barely any beasts to talk about. The design was easy because I do this for the design. Like just do the cover. Abilities, it's pretty obvious what the abilities are. Time. So there are a few others which magic. Yeah, there are a few others which I took into account, and the fight wasn't that interesting. But as I said in that review, I didn't take the fight into account when it was Tom versus Tempera. The fight I took into account was Tom and Taladon versus and everyone and the Rebels versus Jezrin, Malvel, and the guards. That was great.
And there is the thing, like some people are probably wondering, like, how will we make a time beast like Tempera work? And I discussed it about that we should only make the environment change, but like their opponent must take Tempera's blood in order for it to work, right?
Yep, that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, so that's how we're gonna handle Tempera. But yeah, that is number 8 or 9.
9. No,
this is 8.
Yeah, it was 9. This is 8 now. Let's get more. Hi, I'm back. I didn't know you were gone. I wanted to ask if you knew this book, Beast Quest and Sequest, and Unexpected Adventure, free story. No, I never heard of it. I heard of the 2 titles, but I did not know there was a crossover series of it. Is that a crossover?
Yeah. Anyway, though, so for this one, we're at 8 now, I believe. You might roll your eyes.
Let me count the books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Like I said, you might roll your eyes. You'll see why in a minute. You'll see why.
I think I know what's coming up.
Just do the countdown.
3, 2, 1. I'm guessing Ferric. No, Tempera. Damn it! It's close. It's not close. It's only first.
Literally, that was my order. Literally, it was right there. I didn't change it.
Right.
So who's going first?
Hold on. What was your number 9 spot?
Yakarix.
Oh yeah, you spoke about that. I mean, it's my turn then. Okay. So now on a story perspective, I need to agree with Lucas. It's not the best. It's a bit weird, and the way he summarized it up, it sounds terrible. But if you ignore the way he summarized it up and the fact that the golden armor was also gone, and so was Captain Harkman, it was actually quite good, kind of interesting, like a rescue quest, but also eventually, in the end, going to a shower, basically. Yes, but on a perspective, the design got a really high score. The abilities were great, and the fight was interesting as well. I'm trying to get the right
It's
angle.
only 30 pages, but it is cool. Is that which
Yeah.
book is you on about there?
I think it's talking about the Beast Quest and Sea Quest crossover.
Okay.
The fight was also quite cool as well. It was basically Tom dipped his sword in that special water and flicked it on Cressa, and that just, I guess, dissolved her, I think. But I did also realize that pretty much every bug beast I like is a female. So, okay.
And by the way, as we're doing this, like, how many more opportunities do we have to get a match?
Well, okay. I'm going to go through my remaining 7, and you've mentioned that one, that one, that one, that one. We have 2 chances left. I do. Yeah, we do. There's only 2 books that we both haven't mentioned that are left.
Right. Anyway, then, is that all your thoughts on just announced up for credit?
Yeah.
Right, you done?
Yeah, tell me about Tempera.
First of all, shame on you for not timing me. Second of all, like, best time travel story, alternate timeline. Stop. I believe it's Kent's. No, whose villain is this?
Jezrin. Yeah, Jezrin.
Go back in time to alternate Tom to stop him becoming Master of the Beast, like he's back as a boy. Very good plan. Very good plan. Yeah, it's similar to the Panda thing we did. This one took place before the events of Pederix. I thought I handled it much better without confusing the audience, because like if you do too much time, but the age range for these Beast Quest books are 7 years and over. Yes, we're reading them, but we're something else. But the point is, like, you don't want to confuse your reader, and I feel like if you do too much time travel stuff, you're going to do that.
Yeah.
You see my point? I mean,
yeah.
do you think a 7-year-old would be confused with Pederix?
I mean, I honestly don't think 7-year-olds will take into account like time really, because when I was 7 years old, that's when I think I started watching.
Once I was 7 years old.
Yeah, when I was 7 years old, I think that's when I started watching Doctor Who, and I did not take into account anything about the past or future or anything about the time travel. I just wanted to see the aliens. Got scared about the Weeping Angels though.
Thank you, Adam. I like Sally though. Who doesn't? Anyway, though, moving on though, Tempera is a fascinating creature. Yes, the beast didn't do much, but her ability, she's basically, you can't use her on a field. You have to keep her in the back distance so that Tom can do the heavy hitting. And then it's basically, Tom's goal is to get to the beast and just kill it, easy peasy. And his goal is basically everything's out to get me, including his family who hates his guts. And there's King. You've got the King dead. You've got Adro crazy. You've got the everything in a muffle. There's probably more stuff that I've forgotten. Eleanor in that ridiculous outfit for your fan shipping there. Congratulations, fans! You got another wish there. Enjoy it.
That didn't even occur to me, that one.
Yeah, you got your French main outfit joke. There you are, guys. Thank you. Moving along. But yeah, there's a lot of fun in this book. This book was essentially a fun ride, and I got a great story out of it. So I'm happy that we got this. So yeah, once again, Anna, we were so close to a tie, and you lost it.
Also, let's get more chess. I agree with you. I had nightmares about the Weeping Angels. So it's 12. Okay, you're not alone here. You also got 2 people saying hi, and also Horror Fan. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, Horror Fan, and we got Mark Moores. Welcome.
Welcome all you. Panel. Shaggy and Scooby. I love that.
Yeah, I think the Weeping Angels' best appearance was their pilot, but I like the Angels of Manhattan too. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that. So we're on 7.
Yep. And this is a very fitting 7th place.
It is.
Yeah. 3, 2.
Yeah. Okay. Got anything to say?
No, nothing. This is your turn to talk about it first, so.
I know this is obvious story-wise why it's up so flipping high. It's essentially the prequel. This book should be the first special. It should be. One wonders why it's not. It's beyond me. Why didn't they just do this in the first place? But yeah, I would just swap this around and put this. Would you? I mean, Adam, would you do this? Like, would you swap this around and make this kind of the first special?
Chronologically, it is the first special, but I personally agree with it being a bit later in the series because we had no idea who Taladon or Captain Harkman were back then.
Yeah, and we also get Leonard.
Yeah, but
that will also lead to another video, by the way, guys, of Adam will be ranking the Masters of the Beasts. No, yeah, and the Warriors of the Beasts. But yeah, as it stands though, Margot is a fun read. You've got the story of how Squire Taladon became a brave hero. For some reason, though, I don't understand this. Why was Leonard chosen for the golden armor when he can't wear it or he can't use its powers?
I think I said he was probably a descendant to another Master of the Beast or Mistress, so that was probably why he got it. But I think it's probably a bit BS.
Doesn't explain why the powers didn't work for him, though. If he's meant to be chosen, why was I don't know.
I just saw a comment. Horror fan said,
considering you know
from SML, Lego DC custom builds, you should make Goodman.
Wow.
Yeah, I hope Horror fan got that joke there. Poor. Goodman's a great character. Make Brooklyn Guy as well, because he's also a great character.
Okay. This is not like shouting out customs from you, Adam, too, is it? But yeah, like I said, Margot is great. Got the Squire. I think we've got a good established relationship between Harkman and Taladon, how they became good friends. And then you had Leonard. Leonard is kind of an idiot. You know what Leonard reminds me of? He reminds when I read Leonard, he reminds me of Gilderoy Lockhart.
Gilderoy, yes, you said that in the review because he's so full of himself, but really he's a fraud.
And to be fair, would you say he's a better version of Lockhart? Because unlike Lockhart didn't learn his lesson; he just lost his mind. While Leonard did learn his lesson and respected him. Sometimes we never see him again.
Yeah, I agree. Hi, Turd Slurper. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, I think Margot is a great ride, and it gave me a nice story. I was like scared, like, oh man, without like Tom in it, it's not gonna be fun. But actually, it was actually pretty cool. I'm actually more surprised, really. So I hope this is the one time. I don't want a backstory to every character, but Talon was a nice one, so I appreciate it. The only weakness to me was the Beast because lack of power.
Yeah. Well, you saw my review on that, so you know I wasn't a fan of it either. Right,
go for it.
Spyros.
Okay.
Now this one, before I got this, I've never really read. Before I got this, I wasn't really in the rush to read it because it just looked like a rip-off of Epos. To an extent, it is, but isn't. But when I got recommended to it by so many friends of mine at school, college, on the street, that one guy at my workplace, he watches your show as well. He said,
do you guys like horror movies as horror fan?
I don't really watch them, but yeah, I guess.
I watch a few horror movies.
If you say what's your favorite scary movie, that means you're clearly quoting Scream. Does that mean I like horror movies?
I watch a few of them.
I got recommended this by so many people, and I eventually came down to the choice of, okay, fine, I'll read it. I didn't regret it because it was actually quite a good read. Like you said, Sephrina kind of disappeared. We never saw her again. Probably never will. If anything, she probably died with Seth. No.
We don't know what happened to Seth either.
Oh, love Scream. Horror fan loves Scream. Okay. I haven't watched it. I just know that's a quote. I've seen a scary movie. Does that count? The design is pretty much the same as Epos, so nothing unique there. Abilities, same as Epos, nothing unique there, apart from the ghostly thing that Equinus, I think, has. So that's something unique because this one that was out before Equinus. And the fight, it was Spyros versus Nordren. Look, Spyros versus evil Spyros. What did I say about that?
Yeah, actually, I forgot to mention this when I did Spyros, but I said, I also said this in my review, like, what they should have done is, like, make Spyros basically black, but have Spyros be the name, because Nordren is black.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done. That way you could have confused them.
Yeah, you did say in your review that you thought Spyros should be replaced with Nordran to make it
Lucas
a bit
Green,
more.
can you smile at the camera?
Oh,
Don't
God,
ask that
no.
again. Did you just? I'm guessing that turd only asked that to make Adams cringe or something. That's the only reason I can think of.
How does he know that I will cringe at your smile?
No.
Okay, but yes, Spyros. It was a good book. I see why people recommended it. They said it was the best special ever. Clearly, we disagree. But we also will probably disagree on the order of the remaining 6 books.
Of course.
Yeah.
And now we're on what? 7, 6 from 6. All right. We're coming to the end of the era. Oh God. We're nearly at 2 hours.
As it closes down the list, we have a less chance in actually having a matching beast.
And for those of you who stuck with us for so long, claps for you. This review is nearly 2 hours long. I can move.
Yeah, especially if you're sticking with me for the I don't know 3 minutes with just me talking to the camera so awkwardly.
This is going to be longer. If this goes to 2 hours, it'll be longer than the Cyber Chase review.
Luke, let's go small chess. Which of the Beast Quest books has the most beasts in them? I think it's Spyros with 8 beasts.
Maybe. I don't want to know more about that.
Mortax, I know, had 7. Veteran Crymon also had 8 because Veteran Crymon. Sorry. To an extent, would you count Raksha as his own beast or like 6 points because it technically costs a 6 piece? I would not count that. But yeah, I think it's Spyros and Veteran Crymon. That's what I can think of at the top of my head, anyway.
Yeah, I would say Veteran Crymon because that's technically like you got the 2 dragons there and all of the original.
But oh yes, I'm going to stick with Veteran Crymon, not Spyros, because Spyros is technically Spyros herself and Nordran, so not going to count. It was Spyros though because I don't want to root for a book which had a wrong fact about Arcta. Moving on, 6th place.
It's the countdown time.
It's the final countdown, not the countdown time.
That would be live because it's not really the final countdown. We're not the final one.
2, 1. Reveal your 6th book. Wow, I forgot Vorak was still on your list. I forgot that was still there. Yeah, you saw Grashkor.
Whose turn is it?
Mine.
Mine. Seagull.
I'm going to say, like with what Lucas said about this, I actually am a really big fan of that whole Alina with the damsel in distress kind of thing.
Wow. So that's you're just seeing fans of Elena.
Even though it's kind of a generic thing, don't get me wrong, Elena's one of my favourite characters. She's my favourite companion to Tom. Obviously. That's obvious. But there was a bunch of other things about this that I liked, especially with Sebastian being a one-off character, which I liked a lot, and I really wanted to see more of him, but unfortunately we don't. The design for Grashkor is amazing. The abilities quite varied in it as well, and the fight is absolutely amazing. I gave it a 10 for the simple reason it shows the dedication that Grashkor has, that he will destroy his own power just to have a chance in beating his opponents. He still failed because he got beaten by Furno, Sepron, and Epos.
It all depends what you think it all depends though what you think he's doing. Is he destroying the kingdom just to kill his prisoners, or is he destroying the kingdom just to get out?
I think he was said in the book he was destroying it just to get out, but I like to think he's destroying. I like to think he's destroying it just so he could get his victims, because that sounds more badass. You need to admit that.
Okay.
That's what I can say about Grashkor. Great story. Yeah.
Oh boy. Next up, we have, well, for me anyway, you can see this is so high on a story level. It's the wrap-up of Sanpeo. Do you think Sanpeo is going to come back for this? I personally don't think he should. Because I think he had a nice wrap-up. It's time to pass the mantle.
He's never been a popular villain, to be brutally honest. His best outing was Skolo. Worst, I really hate to say it because I love the starter book for that series, is Series 8. Where is the main villain?
You saying his worst was the Series 8 stuff?
Yeah.
I would say his worst was
Let's get small.
Not planning Rhea. But
Let's get small chess. I was doing a challenge to read all Beast Quest books in 2 months, and in a month I finished 90 books in the main series, and I'm not sure if Tempest and Spark are even shown. If you read 90 books, you should have read Tempest and Spark, as they are the Animal Companions Series 11. Yeah, so you should have read them. 61 to 66.
yeah. So yeah, like I said, very story-wise, you can see right here, it's the passing of the torch. Unfortunately, this is basically also the introduction to Rhea, but I would like to see like some clues to him that they loved each other. Because before this, was there any hint that Kensa and Sanpeo loved each other?
No, it was like and I don't even know if it was even a relationship. Like I don't even
So
know
the only conclusion here is the fact that now if there's little kids watching, please leave the room or whatever. The only conclusion here is that as a pirate, Sanpeo did the R thing. I'm not going any further than that.
Oh God, why would you say that? Like,
Well, it's the only. Well, how else would you explain it, Adam? Tell me.
No, I'm not going to tell you. No, Let's Get Small Chess. They are not shown again. I wanted to see them in Kyrax, but unfortunately we don't.
Like I said, little kids, hopefully you left. But anyway, they're about to say a logical explanation how it would work. They were forced to get a kid or whatever. So yeah, and that's why there's the, we'll make sense of a few things. But yeah, we got Rhea in her debut, and Adam, you won't deny me. Every one of her plans is the best.
Yes. The weakest plan was her first appearance, but it got better as it went on. As much as I hate to say it, and I love it as well, Series 22 plan is actually the next worst, and I love that plan as well. Then I think Lucas thinks Series 24's plan for Rhea is the best, but in my opinion, Petrix is for the plan she had in Petrix was better.
And that's fine. They're all my opinions. As it stands, this is also the better version of the mind control beast than Anaret was. Like I said, I was referring to this book when it came to that other mind control thing.
I mentioned that when I spoke about Verak. So
yeah, so I think that did well. Sanpeo's death, I think it was handled very well because like he died in a stupidity way. Would you rather see this guy go out in stupidity or style?
I don't think he deserves style. So
so he died by I need to put the jewel in the sword. I forgot that. Whoopsie, boom. But the thing is, Rhea is shown to care about her father when he dies. Or do you think she's faking that too? Because we don't know. At the start, she's like, I don't care about my father. But then she's like, I feel something.
Let's guess more chess says style. So you think he deserves style? If you want to see style, look at Marrow's death in Series 10. That is style.
Look at Toy Story. He's falling with style. But yeah, I feel like it's hard to say with Rhea if she's going to be like the next Petra or something.
Yeah. She is. I don't think she's going to be the next Petra. I like to think she'll be like Kensa, but as we can guess, a lot better.
Do you think Petra will be fully redeemed? Maybe. At this point, maybe.
Probably. Like, she's eventually. I like to think she will stay as an anti-hero, but I don't think she will.
Nice haircut. I'm assuming he's talking to you, man.
He said Lucas Green, so.
Really?
Yeah, he said Lucas Green, nice hair.
Really? Okay, if you say so.
Yeah. Petra's first appearance was good, though.
It is as it is. Anyway, as it stands, though, like I said, Varric is an interesting book. Very very fun ride. I had fun with it, going through the characters and the beast and the overall story. I think we also got to see different points of the characters, like from Tom and Eleanor, different points of the story through there. So I think it gave us a good, solid wrap up to Sanpeo. And it's not like, I think people were more like happy he's gone more than like, oh, I'm sad. So that's my thoughts on that. And yes, I pronounce it Verak.
To an extent, I was kind of like sad to see Sanpeo go because I kind of thought he was okay. But looking back at all his seasons that he was in, he was only behind Series 8.
Apparently, Turd is judging haircuts for some reason.
Yeah. I just saw that comment. Thank you. But Series 8, Skolo, that's it. Those are the only seasons or books that he was the main villain in. In every other one, he was either the sidekick or the lackey, which is also the sidekick. But he also got eaten when he was the lackey. So, what's the difference? So,
yeah, but yeah, we're up to date though. But yeah, I pronounce him as Verak. You call him Verak, but I'm not sure why.
I say Verak because that's my accent saying, "Hey, call it by its name." I don't know why I said that, but yeah, it felt right. So that's why. Okay, now before we move on to the top 5, I need to say these top 5s are, I just completely ditched your opinion on these books, and I just stuck to the Beast review opinion. Right. So there you are. That's what I thought I had to say. So that's what I did.
Are we on to the final 5?
Yeah. Third Slurper says Lucas Green, nice ear piercing, and he can't say Adam Ferns' because I don't have one.
Yeah, I also have an eyebrow piercing. If you can just make it out, what there it is. No, it's there. Right there. It was a sucker too.
I don't plan to get a piercing, so.
If you're wondering why and how, I got it because I like the Spider-Verse stuff. As you can get the reference there. But anyway, that's a long story. And it was cool. Anyway, moving on to number 5.
Right.
Ready for the countdown?
3, 2, 1, go. I forgot you had Ferrock there.
Yeah, I like Ferrock.
I like when we get closer to the end. The ones that you didn't like are the ones that I really liked, and the ones I didn't like are the ones you really liked. I believe it is your turn to talk about the Beast first.
Yeah, so it is. So Ferric, this is one of the original ones I started to love. It's basically the once again, Tom is training another young guy, and he's basically trouble from the start. He's powerless. He's a weak warrior. You don't think he's capable of nothing, but then he stumbles down this. Now, for pardon me from, excuse me the way I say this. He stumbles down this hole. Excuse the words the way that pronounces. But yeah, and finds this beast where he takes control of him, and it's like, join me and all that. Like together, they became strong. And as he bursts out the ground, this army just expands more and more. And I think that makes it scary is the fact that what's more scary is like, are you scared of something that looks like a hideous, disgusting creature, or like these unknown? You don't know what's under those helmets. They look like it's like that one stone face just looking at you. And then there's hundreds of them. And then there's this iron giant. Was it iron giant? It was the iron soldier heading straight for that castle, that fiery image. Oh, that was the tension built up there. And then it felt like the Iron Legion crowding around. I felt like there was a lot of great tension in this book. And it felt like a good time where everyone in Navantia had to rally together to beat this threat. It all came down to, I believe he died via falling into water. Yeah, it was a pretty fun adventure there.
A safer way that you could have said a hole that Samuel fell in. You could have said a ravine.
That too.
It's not. Okay. Now I think it's my turn to talk about this one. Now, like I said, I'm going to go with only Beast of You. Probably mention the story a bit, but Beast of You, this one got not the highest of the remaining 5 because that's for another book. But this one got 26, which is relatively high compared to others, and is tied with quite awesome. Design and abilities were both a 9. Petrix, as I said, with Victor, is a walking death machine. Well, flying for this one. But the fight didn't really have anything of good interest. But it doesn't change the fact that it was a good fight, though. And it kind of showed that Tanner should be related to Tom because of their determination to not give up, even on the verge of death. And the story, Lucas didn't like it for some reason.
Actually, I want to bring this up. You actually remind me of something I mentioned later on. Like, even though this book has like plot holes, no plot holes. Like, Rhea's plan was to go back in time to get rid of Tom because he's related to Tanner. But when she sees him, she's like, "Oh, you're related to Tanner." Like, you just realize that now? It feels contradicting. Because like she goes back in time because she knew this, but then she's like, "Oh, now I know now." I don't get that part.
Yeah, I got nothing to combat that. Probably the fact that she was taking the chance. Like, if you get rid of the first Master of the Beast and then a beast destroys the kingdom, then there'll be no one to take. There'll be no one to help out and finish up the chaos that Petrix started. I wish that made sense, but basically, kill the Master of the Beast, take over the kingdom. Not just Tom should have died there. I think it's everyone should have started fading out there. Because if you kill one person or let one thing happen, a lot of stuff can happen. I saw that as a prime example in The Simpsons with that time and punishment episode in the Halloween thing. But yeah, another thing I like about this book, and it's probably why it got.
George said, "I love your videos." I'm not sure which one of you mean. If you mean me, thank you. If you mean Adam,
thank you. But another thing I like to mention about the story is that I got introduced to these people I'm going to be reading about soon, which are Tanner, which I've already been introduced to because of Croco, Gwen, not the first time I heard that name, Caster, who's kind of a prick to be honest, and Rufus, who we have been introduced to before, but he actually gets to do something. Along with
you got to see Falcon again.
Yeah, along with their own respective beasts. Fireposs, not Epos. Contradiction.
I think I might know. Now I know who your number one is. I think I know.
Fireposs is Tanner's. Nera is Caster, and Galkian, that's how I'm going to pronounce it, is for Gwen. And obviously Falcor is for Rufus, because Rufus gets the best one. Let's get this. Is it stated that Tom and Tanner are related, or what are your opinions? I think it's stated in Croco, but if it's not, I think it made it obvious in this when Tanner went into the fight against Petrix, even on the verge of death, he is still willing to protect his kingdom, like we know Tom would do.
Well, the point is, it's hard to say, but as of now, it's officially canon in this book, so it's canon now.
Yeah, but it does feel so like it though. Even though there's something that both of us didn't know were announced, I'm guessing it was from Coco. I need to reread that now.
Yeah, please do.
Yes,
so we can have verification.
I'll be happy to. but yeah, Petrix, a great book in my opinion, and a great finale, I guess, to these specials temporarily. Unfortunately, ended on a sour note for
the only thing I got when I read Croco was like, oh, Tom has a hidden connection to the Master of the Beast, so you can talk to him now. That's what I got from it.
I just remembered you haven't mentioned Scalamanx yet.
No, I haven't.
Oh my god. I knew you liked the book, but I didn't think it was that good. Okay. I got my 4th place now.
Right, moving on. Next to number 4.
Oh, also, can I just say, before we reveal our 4th place, me and Lucas made our predictions before this live stream started on who our number 1 would be. I think it's best to say them now, as our predictions still have not been said yet. So, before we reveal the top 4, you want to reveal who you thought my number 1 is, and I'll reveal who I think your number 1 is.
Out of the 4 ones we have, I don't have your book, so I don't know. What I think your number 1 is the book.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm having it's a toss between Mortax and Falcor. It's either your buy the snakes or your. I'm saying Mortax. I would say Mortax because he's basically more powerful. So I want to say Mortax. But if Falcor is basically, I can't see why you would pick Falcor. So I'm going to say Mortax because he's more powerful. Because like one, you prefer going on the beast stuff, and if that's the case, I'm sticking with Mortax. So I'm saying he's your number 1.
Right. Now, for me, I'm guessing this is Jakara because I know that you made your list based on the story. And from what I got from your review and my review on Jakara, made me shed a tear, it is an incredible story and by far the best story. So I'm going to say Jakara there, if not Mortax, because those are the only ones, apart from Scalamanx, I know that are left.
Well, when we get to number 2, that determines everything, doesn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, okay. Here's fourth place. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, I forgot you're a Kyrax. How did I forget about Kyrax?
Yeah, Kyrax is basically a I'm not gonna say because whose turn is it?
You were wrong about Falcor, by the way. Yes, sorry,
Yeah,
you were right.
I said Mortax was my pick though.
You were right about Falcor, by the way. Yeah, it was not going to be number 1. No way.
Even though you love for snakes.
Yeah, even though I love snakes, I need to be honest. I think I prefer Torpix more.
But yeah, so who's going first?
It's my turn now, I think.
Go for it.
So Falcor, an amazing design. I need to be honest with that. That's the first thing I need to say. It's an amazing design.
Oh, we got a comment there. We got a comment. Is it started that Tom and Tana are related?
I already mentioned that in Peterix.
Oh, okay, we're up to date then.
So yeah, Falcor, as I said, is a great design. The story I found to be rather interesting, and it was a great outing for Beric. By far the best one and the only good one he had. No offense to him, but he kind of got kicked off early in season 19 and 20, and then killed in 21. So, what's the problem with that? But the abilities Falcor has, in my opinion, are good, but not as good as Torpix is, in my opinion. He has venom dripping off his tongue that he just needs to swish around, whilst Torpix can just spit it out. So, I'm saying something negative about it. He's just in 4th place.
That's going to be an interesting fight, though, if those two fight, Falcor versus Torpix.
Yeah, the only thing that Falcor will have above Torpix is the size advantage, most likely. I need to check that, actually. And experience. Because it's no competition that Falcor is older than Torpix.
Yeah.
Other than that, even though I like snakes, zodiac sign and all that jazz, I need to not be biased to snakes. Just I can't make that my favorite special because it's a snake, because that would be lion, and I don't like lion. All right. Why is Kyrax there? Now, this is what I want to know, because why is a beast that I hated this high up?
The simple answer is it's all a matter of opinions.
Yes, okay. Why is it 4th place?
It's a powerful, unstoppable beast. It makes Tom feel responsible because he has to stop it. So he's partly responsible for creating it. Igor gets potential to be a main villain. Obviously, it fails, but he gets potential for it. So it's a way to improve his master. Elena gets something to do by supporting Tom through this dark time. Now, I'm not unsure about this, but let me know if you're right. But do you think he can only copy the golden powers on their look, or copy their powers entirely?
I'm going to say entirely. Yeah, I'm going to say entirely. Can we pause what you say, please? Let's Get Small Chest says, if Epos and Falcor are alive, then do you think Golkian and Nera are alive? And will they come sometime later? I want them to, because they both look interesting. Nera, less interesting because it's a giant mountain lion. But still, they are technically not alive like Falcor is. They are just resting in a stony state. They've been like that since their masters died. Epos, I think, is the only exception because she obeys the Master of the Beast, and I think Tanner passed down the Master of the Beast title before he died. So that explains why Epos isn't in a stony prison, let's say, whilst Falcor, Nera, and Golkian most likely are. I want to see them again in a special. Golkian especially. Nera, I can only give two about. So, yeah.
But yeah, like I said, though, Kyrax, being a Henkrau-like beast, he's got the regenerative wings. He's hard to kill. He can make stabbing weapons with his arms. He's basically I would say, like you said before, he's an indestructible creature that has only a few weaknesses, which is fire
and fire, and himself.
Yeah, and you have to stab him in the chest to pull out his doll. I think it's all it was.
Yeah, play figure, whatever.
But yeah, it's a pretty awesome beast, I'd say. I mean, there's a lot to despise, but there's also a lot of stuff to like as well, in my mind.
Yeah.
You can see that.
But that's your opinion. Yeah.
You're still going to disconnect?
Yeah. Oh, God.
Of course he is. Anyway, that's it for that one, though.
Now we're down
I'm going to fall off. I'm taking some down. All right,
now
Ben, where are we at now? 3?
Yeah. Now, I am going to say about the top 3 is that it was really hard for me to choose. Like, these 3 were easily going to be the top 3, but I couldn't choose which one. I'm debating on whether to swap one over now.
No, don't cheat.
But I'm not going to because I like these 2 a lot longer than this one.
You swapped already once. I didn't swap at all.
Okay, you made your point. Okay, I got my 3rd place now. 3, 2, 1, go.
Why? Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. The others came
Why?
out before. The others came out before Chikara, so obviously it needs to be. I like them longer. So, oops. It's your turn.
Okay. All right then. Scalamanx is the book.
Sorry.
Say your piece.
No, it's your turn. I want to know why you put Scalamanx this high.
If you let me finish. Scalamanx is the book where we finally get establishment for Petra's decision to join the good guys. And that's why it's up there. So, because Petra is an ongoing mystery. You never know what's up with her. But there's Kyrax. Was it Kyrax? No. Yeah, that's the reason why Kyrax is so high. I forgot to mention this. You saw my review. The reason why Kyrax is so high is because it helped me determine if Petra cared for the heroes. And then Scalamanx was right after that because it established Petra does. Why is Petra changed? The first was, did she care or not? I got my answer. This one establishes why she changed.
So you're saying there's like an ongoing arc throughout the specials?
Well, it's like the specials gave some time for her to develop her character. So the first one we get to see she does care for the heroes. The second one is about her flipping crush for Tom. And yet, while it is like something that the fans don't want, I mean, it's something new. Beast Quest has never done before. They're listening to brand new ideas, and we get to see Petra's side. We get to see Petra's side of the story a bit. We get to see a new villain in the Locksmith, who could be a potential villain for later down the road. Who looks pretty interesting. Scalamanx is kind of a bore as a beast, but overall, the story to me was an enjoyable ride, and it progressed all the characters. So that's why I put it so high on the list for me. So now, does that justify Kyrax and Scalamanx why they're there?
I guess they're not going to change my opinion on Kyrax. Nothing.
Well, on a beast level, I agree with you. Fine.
Now, I'm so sorry for this. Chikara.
Yeah, please explain why the mighty Chikara is here.
The only thing that pulled it down was its design. That's all I need to say.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it all comes down to your fetish for humanoid. We'll tell that to Mortax.
Shut up. Don't mention the second place one.
Don't you tell me, oh, it's a skeleton, Adam. What do you think humans are underneath?
A brain.
Nice try, Adam.
It's correct. Shut up. What's
Just
going on about me?
proceed.
Okay. Chikara, I gave a low score for design, which kind of pulled it down a bit, but it is technically part human and part ghost. That's all I can say about it. Its abilities are good though. Does have the knowledge of Kara, like her previous experiences and battle experience. If so, then that's even better. And the fight was sentimental, would you say?
Aww.
It felt emotional. Okay, it was emotional. It was really emotional. What I was gonna say.
Oh, by the way, I actually talked to this about a friend. He says I asked him, what book would you not find emotional? And guess which book he said? Yeah, he said that. That's not emotional, right?
I judged the book by its cover, and I regret it.
You're regretting it now?
Oh yeah. Ever since I read Chikara, I regretted it because I was like, I never find this emotional. After reading it, I found it emotional. I just thought it was a great end to this beast. When Jalka was defeated, it wasn't Tom that beaten Jalka, it was actually Kara. And to know that Kara is a worthy mistress of the beast, being stuck in that form for 60 years to prevent Jalka from what was it? Raiding the entire world, let's say, or Avantia, and possessing anything that she wants. Anything, I'm going to say
I
Jericho is
thought
a
you were
she.
judging this on a beast level.
Yeah. I'm guessing that.
You say yourself, you literally say yourself, these final ones are just solely about the beast, not the story. Sure they are.
The story was good too, though. I need to be honest, the story was good. And I did say I will mention the story if I see fit. I did. I do see fit.
Sure. Continue.
Yeah, I do. But yeah, that's all I really need to say about Jakara. It was pretty emotional, and it's a really good story. As well as a great score for Beast. And I not have judged the book by its cover. I'd done that with Arachnid. I made a wrong guess. I'd done that with Grimon. I made a wrong guess because I thought it would be good, but turns out it was bad. I judged Jakara. I made another wrong guess. I judged Kyrax. For me, I was right. But still. It looked bad, it was bad. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. I'm done.
Number 2. Oh, God.
Right.
We're almost done. Almost in 2 hours. Jesus Christ.
Right. Now,
I hope it's down to this.
For you, I'm expecting to see more attacks. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, before we reveal, that was good work, Adam, for telling me what your book is, Raksha. I was going to say, like, revealing my number 1, it confirms who, but revealing my number 2 confirms who the number 1 is. So, but since obviously Raksha is there, which means more taxes first.
Yep. Damn it! No, no matches. Okay, we got no matches.
So now you know, yeah, Jakar is my number 1. More on that later, though. And more, just say, more taxes is my number 1. More on that later.
Yeah. More taxes.
All right, let's go over. Whose turn is it?
Mine. Raksha the Mirror Demon. Now I was a bit.
No wonder you were ticked off earlier. I was wondering why.
I was debating on whether I should put Raksha below or above Mortax, or below or above Jakara, because, as I said before, those 3 books are incredibly great in their own way. Jakara mainly for the story, Mortax for the amazing fight, and Raksha for his design and the fight. Looking back, I probably should put Raksha above Mortax, but I'm sticking to Mortax as I have nostalgia to it, and it was the first special I ever got. But more on that later. Okay. Raksha's design, I gave a 10 out of 10 to, because it's a combination of all 6 of the good beasts of Avantia, plus technically Capra's snake-like hair. The abilities, I didn't give a 10. I would have given a 10 if it was confirmed.
I don't think we mentioned this, but isn't this Capra's debut, first one?
Yeah. I didn't give Raksha's abilities a 10 because we didn't get confirmation on it. But if we did, if it was a combination, if his abilities were a combination of all of the shield token abilities, which is on his chest, I would have easily gave it a 10, and it would have got a flawless 30 out of 30, which would have been the best score, obviously. But it still got the highest score with 28 out of 30, which shouldn't be anything to laugh at. The fights took place in not 1, but 2 realms or kingdoms, whichever one you see fit, which I thought was kind of a unique twist. I will admit that one farmer having this special knife to get back into Avantia was a bit weird. But it doesn't change the fact. Yeah, I know. It doesn't change the fact it was a great fight. It went on for the entire of part 2 of the story, like Mortax did. But other than that, Raksha.
Yeah, I never understood why all the good beasts just sat there and didn't do much until the very end because of mind control.
No, they weren't mind controlled. They were stuck underneath this vine tendrils. Like it's like a leech seed in Pokemon. Their strength gets absorbed and given to the user, which is Raksha. That's an ability I did not take into account because that's only with the good beasts of Avantia. So not going to happen to his victims in Battle of the Beasts.
Yeah.
Now, why is Mortax second? Don't say opinion.
Story beats it. You know why?
Yeah.
One beast has a better story, and you know my opinion on story. You even said yourself, I'm doing my others on solely on beast. and I'm doing its own story. So going on that logic, it makes sense that Chikara would win.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Chikara.
Obviously not. And
we know each other so well. We know who our favorites would be.
Whatever. More attacks. Lieutenant number 2. He is the best, well, second best anyway, sadly. Sorry, Chikara, you're all better than him. Anyway, though, like I said, though, once again, Chikara. Shut up. I'm doing this again. Not Chikara. Mortax. Chikara's on the brain today. Mortax is number 2. Easily a great beast. Challenging. This is like the first time Chom was ever pushed to his limits, I would say. Yep.
Definitely.
So, it's like he's got all the good beasts turned against him, trapped inside a Colosseum. Petra's debut, and it's actually a fitting one for her. She gets this guy as her debut. That's an awesome introduction for a character.
And of course, not to mention, it's a great introduction to her, where she just walks out of a dark, dimly lit corner of the Gallery of Tombs, go like, "Hello, you, come alive, kill that guy that's already dead." But no, okay, guess not. Okay, go to the Central Plains, take the beast with you.
Like Brashcore before him, he also has the Dark Lord resemblance. There's the shoulder pad, the cape horn.
Yes, I get
wow, Beast Quest does like to do their Dark Lord comparisons there. But yeah, so other than that, though, it's a great book. Controlling all the evil beasts. He has his Dark Arena. We are kind of limiting on his powers because of how he operates, because otherwise there'll be no challenge at all. But as it stands, Mortax is a great story. Turning Ellen into a henchman, that's also something new for a bit. She's kind of a crappy henchman. Still, it's something new, and I appreciate that. And what did it come down to? How did Tom beat this one? Oh, taking the heart out. The heart!
Yeah, in a gruesome way. Literally grabbing the heart and pulling it out. Kind of a gruesome way.
But yeah, overall, though, Mortax is such a great book, and it's easy to see why, for me, it's my number 2 and Adam's number 1.
It's obvious why I gave it for scorn fights. Right? So,
what did you do? Yeah,
I gave it.
Wait, what was your number? I was trying to remember what was your number 3. I forgot what your 3 was.
My number 3 was Chikara.
Oh yeah, you took me off again.
Thank you.
It is sad though that our high ups are like mixed in the wrong order. Like no, it should be there. So at least we have that going on. Our high ups that were so close. But yeah. So did we address both of our beasts on number 2? I think we did.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's no point for the final countdown. Point for this 3, 2, 1. Chikara and Mortax. It's your turn or my turn?
Yours.
Need I say more about the story of Chikara? Adaro leaves his home to go on a quest to find what happened to this great warrior of legend, Kara. And it turns out she has been holding back a beast for 60-odd years to prevent it from causing havoc to any kingdom it will go out to. And in order to stop it, while hurt, she decides to give up her own life because she's still hurt. The only thing that's willing to keep her alive is being stuck inside Jelka's body. And she is willing to fight all the pain as she can go through 60-odd years, trying to hold on to the ground, trying to beg through, trying to fight through every chance she gets just to control it. You've got the cave people, those mind slayers. What are they? Natives? Oh, they're actually the people who are turned into natives because of Jalka's evil. And she, in a way, she's trying to stop it, and she feels bad because, like, I couldn't save these people, but I'm going to still try and protect the world. She's still willing to fight on. Tom has to figure out what's going on here, but she's really a master of the beasts. Or mistress, I should say, but nonetheless, though, it is great to see this conflict going on, figuring out all the pieces, putting them together, and the fact how Jelka, even though it's called Chikara, Jelka has her own personality too, because like we have this mix, we have to understand on 3 points. You've got Chikara's personality, the Chikara, who is the fused version. You've got Kara as a personality, and you've got Jelka. So that's 3 characters you've got to establish in one body, and that's hard to do. But they find a way to actually pull that off, and it's really awesome. And the emotional way that I'm doing it again. We're doing the emotional thing again. I'm doing the emotional breakdown here.
It's emotional. I would say that.
We get to the end of the book now. Force field is around, no way out. It's a one-way wind shot. Tom is pushed down to his limits, and finally, one time, Kara manages to. I think Tom gets the armor off her, and that's what causes her to escape. And then she's free. Kara gets the final blow on Jelka, splitting her in half. Now, yes, she's a ghost beast, and you're probably wondering why. How could that work? How could Jelka be hurt? She's a ghost. But this one doesn't bother. There's no plot hole here. They don't let plot holes come. Because she touched Tom, I can that makes her. Like, she touched Tom, right? That makes her solid. So that explains why she was able to slice the beast in half. Symbolism for the win. And Kara sacrifices herself. And Tom feels like, oh, well, shouldn't have done that because now you're going to die. But you did the right thing. It's, oh, my God, the feelings. Kara sacrifices herself and now is back in the Gallery of Tombs. And like, she was in her youth, she was in her prime, and now she's been in that stuck state for 6 years. I mean, I don't. When you do that beast review, Kara better be high up on your list. I swear to God, if she is on the bottom, somewhere low, you are.
It was high on my beast review.
I meant when you did the Mistress of the Beasts and stuff.
Oh right.
Okay. Yeah,
Right.
but as you can see, you can easily see why Jakara is the best beast. And by the way, for the record, Jakara is not just my best special. She's my favorite book, period. That's how good she is.
Let's Get Small Chest says, do you remember Cycron? I think it's
No, I don't.
Forgotten Beast. Cycron.
Oh yeah, now Adam knows my favorite book of all Beast Quest time. And by the way, I'm not sure what your favorite book of all Beast Quest
It's
time
higher
was.
than Silver. That's higher than Silver. Jakara's higher than Silver.
Yep.
Okay, I'm not even surprised. Like, it was a great story.
Best
No,
book
I do
ever.
not. Yeah, no, I do not remember Cycron. Yeah, that's pronounced. Like, do you
What was
remember
your
Cycron?
favorite book? No, I don't actually. But what was your favorite book overall? Now we've read all of them.
Okay, let me talk about my favorite book of all time, Mortax Skeleton Warrior.
Why are you telling me both our favorite books are specials?
Yeah, I did it on the ranking.
Yeah, I agree, but you might have changed over then because like there's been more books since then.
Yeah, if Mortax won that, then
Whatever. Anyway, proceed.
Yeah. Okay.
But before we go on, you can understand why Jakara is my number one.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm honestly not surprised that Jakara was your number one special. I was surprised that it beaten Silver. So, because I never would have thought you would have swapped Silver out. Cyclone is a good beast of good. Oh, good dead beast. Hold on. Oh, that was mentioned in another book. Oh, okay. Now that's ringing the bell. Cyclone is a good dead beast of good.
Someone's ringing the bell. Because I have to repeat recently that joke.
Was that mentioned? Was it mentioned in the special or a main series book? Because I'm actually interested.
Sure. I'm not sure. I don't read the. If it's a spin-off, I'm not sure, but
it's not a spin-off. I know that because it's a good. It's a.
Maybe was it mentioned in? Was it mentioned in the Chronicles of Valence or something?
I don't think so because it's. Yes. Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now.
What?
It mentioned in Isridia. Yeah. Okay. I don't blame you. It says most forgotten beast because that did not come to my head. Wasn't it? Okay, because I know Isridia's fight was in like a skeleton graveyard kind of thing. Are you saying that Cycron's skeleton was in that? Because if so, that's just messed up. That's messed up.
Indeed, it is.
Oh, great! Now Reese is messaging me. What do you want? I'm not going to talk to him just yet.
Wait, is he messaging you on here, or is he messaging you on someone else?
Messenger. He's probably going to say, "Hi, I need a favor." No.
Live stream. We're live stream.
Yeah. Okay. Mortax. Just need to say, the story. I'm not supposed to talk about the story. Is incredible. It's not as
yeah. You want to get in conflict with your rule. Carry on.
It's not as good as Jakara. I need to be honest. It's not as good as Jakara with the story. But the beast more than makes up for it. Its design is better than Jakara's. Its abilities are better than Jakara's. Its fight is better than Jakara's. Not as sentimental, but still better than Jakara's. It was Tom versus the world, basically. It was Tom versus
Everyone's out to get me.
It was Tom versus Mortax versus Storm versus Silver versus Alina versus Petra versus Ferno versus Sephiron versus Arxa versus Tigers versus Nanook versus Epos.
But we never actually got that, did we? Did we actually get?
No. Oh god. But okay, basically, Silver and Storm went to attack Mortax. They failed, obviously. Alina went to attack Tom, failed. Petra, I think, just sat there and watched. Not
Another beast.
And Tom, no, and the first 6 beasts, the good beasts of Avantia, they all fought each other. That is something I added on with the fight score.
Yeah, but they're fighting each other. Wouldn't you use them as minions to take each other out? Like, take Tom out one by one and weaken him?
I mean, okay, it's like I'm linking this to Doctor Who now. Mortax, you can agree, possessed those 6 beasts, right?
Yeah, mind control. Like he mind controlled those, and then the arena mind controlled everyone else.
Yeah, okay, so he mind controlled the 6 good beasts, right? So it's like hypnotism. Oh, yeah, it's like hypnotism. You can still daylight someone, but you can't hypnotize them to death. That was mentioned in the Christmas Invasion in Series 2. So, yeah, the beast is called Cyclone and One-Eyed Tiger. I've never heard of that, but yeah, I think that was meant. It should be mentioned in this video if you're mentioning it. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna take your word for that. Okay, but yeah, you can't really mind control them to death. So if they fight each other, give them really bad wounds, then they bleed out, they die. Simple as. I think that's what Mortax's plan was originally, but it doesn't change the fact that it was an amazing battle with all of them, and you'll be happy to know Ferno and Epos tied for first place. My favorite Series 1, most likely your favorite Series 1, went down together. Symbolism. I guess because they're the best easily. What else was I going to say? Yeah. Then it went on to the main battle of Tom versus Mortax. Admittedly, not as intense as the Battle of the Beast, literally. That was the original Battle of the Beast. I did not mean to get the series name from that. Oops. And it was a rather back and forth battle. One had the advantage, the other had the advantage, and it ended up with Tom getting the advantage and ripping out the heart of Mortax. It reminds me of the original mini-series of It, where the adults, the ones that are alive, ripped out Pennywise's heart and just raised it up into the sky like, yes!
That's also in the Indiana Jones too.
Yeah, it also links to a fatality in Mortal Kombat X.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, there's that scene is so iconic in so many other media franchises, and then have it done in Mortax, I think is really great. And for that reason, for the fight alone, Mortax is my favorite beast of all time.
But yeah, I can understand that actually. That makes perfect sense. For a beast, a bow, heck yeah, Mortax. For a story, you agree with me? That's why.
Yeah, I'm with you on Jakara.
But it's fun. Like the best storybook goes to Jakara. The best battle of all time goes to Mortax. Of all the ironicness, they're the top. But hey, at least I made mine a top 2. You put Jakara at 3.
Yes, because I preferred Raksha more, because I needed to give the highest score for any Beast v Beast around a high place.
When you said you were having a hard time swapping between the final 3, which one was it?
It was Jakara Raksha mainly. That's what I had a hard time doing. When I got to the top 3, I'm tempted to swap one over. I was tempted to swap Jakara Raksha, really.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you could do that, but I was trying to follow the rules. Like you already did that once.
Yeah, no.
I never swapped at all.
Have you ever read the Battle of the Beast series? No, I made my own season on it. Does that count?
Yeah. But we did it for 2 hours. It's finally over, ladies and gentlemen. We have officially done the specials ranking. For me, this is probably the last thing I'll be doing Beast Quest related. For Adam, I know he's not done with Beast Quest because I literally told him about the ranking of all of the mistresses. Basically, I will title the video maybe Warriors of the Beasts. That's basically how I would title it. And of course, if you haven't already, we do have the special collaboration we will be doing in 2021. We're not going to say what the game is, but we will be doing Adam will be coming over to visit to do that walkthrough with me, and that'd be awesome. So that's going to be something you guys want to look out for.
And the reason why I'm going over to visit is because I have a mode of transportation. He doesn't.
Sorry, Adam, but I don't like driving. It's good exercise to walk.
Yeah.
I like walking.
Why don't you walk to my house then?
I'm not gonna walk. I will use roller skates if I could.
Okay.
On another note, though, yeah, that would be all, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But there was one thing I was going to add on, saying you said after my Master of the Beast ranking, then I'm done with Beast Quest for a while. Wrong. You forgot about Battle of the Beast Specials tournament. All 24
yeah, we do have that.
Right.
Adam's still got to do the Battle of the Beast specials, and he's also got to do, which is basically specials is, well, was it generations? It was Battle of the Beast old generation, then we had Battle of the Beast new generation, Battle of the Beast special generation, and Battle of the Beast old generation.
The new generation one has not been done yet because I do not have Glarky and Diprox or Diprox. I'm going to say Diprox now.
As for me, I've read the first two of Series 25. He has not, so I'm kind of ahead of him now.
I haven't read them.
Yeah, you have them, but you chose to wait. I chose to get through half just to get up ahead from you.
Sure.
Of course. But yeah, also on another note, like I said before I head off, if you haven't already, smash the subscribe button to Adam's channel for helping me with this awesomeness. Thank you, Adam, so much for watching. I really hope, thank you so much for all your help you've given me. Subscribe to both his channels, the Adam Ferns and the Adam Ferns Archive channel. They both need subscribing. Both do get that support. And of course, thank you guys so much for watching as well. Subscribe to my channel as well to help us get to 2,010 subscribers, because that would really help out. And we can get that live stream for Brawlhalla out. So what are you waiting for? Smash that like button all the way. Of course, that will be Brawlhalla.
We got one more comment. Let's Get Small Chest says, can you make a collab video with all beasts mentioned in Beast Quest one day? Is that like ranking them? Because we're going to be here for hours.
Is he asking for another collaboration video?
Yeah. Well, yes, obviously. That's what he said. Can you make a collab? But beast mentioned Beast Quest. Like, is that like ranking them or giving our like brief opinions on them? Because if so,
you want to wait for an explanation what he means by that, or shall we just wrap up?
I mean, I'd like to see an explanation because I'm not sure how
hold that for a bit.
On so many beasts.
All right, then we're at 2 hours in, but fine, we'll let him wrap up his question and we'll call out there.
Take your time.
But yeah, you wanted to answer his question. You were curious about his question.
Yeah, I know.
Next time we're so close to finishing, and you just want to one little question. But yeah, like I said, Brawlhalla live stream. Adam will be there moderating duty if he's able to attend. If we get to 2,000 subscribers, I will be doing a live stream as ASAP as soon as I can. And yeah, I hope you guys can all attend. It will be for free all platforms: PS4, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and PC. It's free to download, so Adam can play it too if he wants to. And everyone can.
I probably won't. No, sorry.
You probably won't. No, he won't. No. But he will be. He will be there if he can make it on moderator duty. So try and don't be naughty because we got this shit. What do you say?
He says no, like just mention them but not rank them. Thank God. Like there is the beast, then next beast, then the next beast. Right. Okay.
Think we can do that?
If you want to, yeah, we can. Like if we're going to discuss them, how about I just discuss this? I promise you this time I'll discuss the story version of them, and you discuss no fuck. I discuss the beast version. You discuss the story version. There we are.
For the record, I didn't curse at all, and if I did curse, Adam can correct me on that. But what was my curse?
I'm not going to say it because then I'll curse 2 more times than you.
Well, now we're even then.
Yes, we are.
Like there is at least then that, but we'll see. We'll probably have to talk that off cameras, and you can explain to me in detail. As it stands, though, like I said, I shall see you guys for more awesomeness coming your way. Next video on Adam's channel is
most likely the trailer to Battle of the Beast specials, where I'm just going to be introducing all of the specials. So talking about these 24 again, but I've already recorded it, and that was before I read Petrix, Ospera, and Scalamanx. So I have no idea what their abilities were at the time. I'm just giving my prediction on who I think will win. And there are so many things I need to ask Lucas about it. So I need him to watch that video because I need his help with this so much.
I should also, I should also mention we will be doing a collaboration and a commentary on Monster House in October. We did agree we would do that last year, so expect that will happen. That we agreed on.
Yep.
But yeah, we will be doing more, and I think we may do this, we may not. It all depends what happens. We will be doing a I think it was either. Actually, no, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say this because if I do, it may spoil the you know what, Adam. If I say anything about that subject, you know what I'm saying?
For what you say.
Yeah, but you understand what I meant, right?
Yep. Let's get some more chesters. Bye. See you next time. See you, mate. I think we're about to leave, but we just can't seem to.
Yes, we are. So that being said, that be all from good old Lucas Green and Mr. Adam Burns. Thank you so much, Adam, for showing up. Of course, I really appreciate it. I don't think I'm going soft on you either. I'm still gonna be the cynical douche.
Okay.
So next time, like always, guys. Thanks everyone for showing up, like always. Until next time, like always, guys. Adam, shall we sit together? 1, 2. That was peace, by the way. 1, 2, 3. Peace.